right, Max, good win here for you guys the other night. What was the key to the victory here against Scottsdale?
We just had to keep doing our thing. We can't play different. We just have to, since it was homecoming, we can't play any different. We just have to keep playing the ball that we have been playing all year.
Faced a little bit of adversity. They got you guys down early. What was the team's mindset going down early and wanting to come back?
Well, we just had, first couple of drives, they came out with some stuff we've never seen before, and we plan to see it in the future now after we saw it those first couple of drives. And we just had to make a couple adjustments, and we're good. We can play football now.
Look at me when you're talking.
Oh.
Yeah, you're good. I know it's the first time you've done this.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. Obviously, you got Lewis County coming up, sitting up 5-0 right now. Really big challenge for you guys.
Sir, we just have to, we're treated like either we're playing best team in the nation or just an average team in the nation. Just keep playing.
You guys have played there before. You know what you're stepping into. Big atmosphere and all those things, and really good team. I know you guys have developed a bit of a rivalry with them over the last couple of years.
Yeah, they're going to be a pretty hard team. They're going to be one of the most physical teams we'll play all year, and I think we'll be prepared for it in the next coming practices.
What's it going to take to get a win there on Friday night?
We just got to stay disciplined and keep to ourselves and just play through adversity.
All right, Mike, what are the keys to the game for Summertown here tonight?
Honestly, I think it's just play their style. Lewis County's first drive against Loretto a couple weeks ago was nearly a 7-minute drive. Yeah. Summertown likes to do the exact same game. This could be a 10-7 game, all things considered. Yeah. But Summertown just needs to stay in it until the fourth quarter, keep it close, and then at that point anything can happen.
Let's talk about the game that you're going to call tonight, Mike. Loretto on the road at Decatur Riverside. In the early part of the season, you went, this is going to be tough, but Decatur Riverside is 0-5. I don't think anyone saw that coming. They're coming off a 50-14 drubbing by Mount Pleasant last week. This game looks more and more winnable as the season goes along. Then you add on top of it, Loretto's look good in back-to-back games.
Yeah, I don't think that this game could have lined up any better. Obviously, Loretto, a 2-game win streak with a region win in there against Scottsdale. And Riverside's last 2 games were region games, and it was their worst 2 losses of the year, a 40-point loss against Adamsville and then 36 at Mount Pleasant last week. They're probably just trying to find something that works, and it looks like they have really struggled on offense. Haven't been able to put up more than 21 points in a game, and that was their first game of the season. Only 20 points combined in the 2 district game or their 2 region games. Yeah. I think they're just going to be looking to get something on offense going, and that Mustangs defense has been stifling the past couple of weeks, only allowing 13 points.
And their offense, man, that 2-headed monster with Riley and that former offensive lineman in the backfield now.
And they've got another one that they've
Chapman's been killing it. He kind of came alive in the Lawrence County game, and he's really been doing well. So that 3-headed monster, they're really starting to figure a lot of things out.
Yeah, and they've done a really good job, Loretto has, of kind of sucking in the defense, getting everybody right on the line, and then boom, they'll beat you with a little slant or a go route. And so it really keeps their offense balanced.
All right, well, let's hear what the Mustangs have to say going into the game tonight. Bryce coming off another win here, back-to-back wins, and team getting a lot of confidence here.
Yeah, they're playing well. Just doing things we've talked about, staying consistent, that kind of thing. Proud of them. Done a good job.
Offense really kind of came alive there in the second half against Cornersville and kind of erased the mistake of the pick 6, and we're able to move forward after that.
Yeah, pick 6, that's just one of those things that happened. It hit our receiver's hands, the DB's hands, and then the safety caught it. So, it was tough luck. But, Elijah Chapman had a really good night. Sophomore, ran the ball well. Up front, we played well.
Defensively, guys controlled the line of scrimmage, made some good tackles, and held their offense at bay.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks where defense didn't give up a score. So couldn't be more happy with how that worked out.
Yeah. Moving forward now, Decatur Riverside got to go there tomorrow night, and never an easy place or an easy team to play.
No, they're the best 0-5 team I've ever seen on film. They've had some bad luck and things happen with injuries and things like that, but they're a really good football team. It's going to be a tough match.
And going back on the road, but you guys have had success. That's back-to-back wins for you guys here on the road so
far. The schedule's been brutal. We started off with 3 home games. Now we got 3 away games. So, but it is what it is, and we just got to keep going.
What's it going to take to get a win there tomorrow night?
Consistency every week. Offense, defense, and on special teams. Just stay consistent.
Devin, back-to-back wins. What's the team feeling like right now?
We're happy, but we're just trying to improve on what we can.
You've gone on the road here in back-to-back weeks after struggling a bit at home. How good has it felt for you guys to pick up these wins on the road?
When we started off 0-3, we're getting our hopes a little down, but we figured out we got to move on from that and just put it behind us, and then we just move.
It's back-to-back weeks. I know for you as one of the big guys up front, watching your run game and watching the offense develop, how good has that felt for you from your perspective?
It's felt great because we've known we can run all season. We just got to do what we do.
You got a big game coming up tomorrow night. Deceiving, sitting there at 0-5, but you know what kind of challenge you're going to get from Riverside.
Yes, sir. Well, they've had a bit of the bad luck bug, but we just got to be us. As our coaches say, they don't care about what happens with us. We don't care about what happens with them. We just go and play ball.
Finally, man, what's it going to take to get a win there tomorrow night?
We just got to keep doing what we do. That's simply put.
Well, Mike, what are the keys to the game for a victory here tonight for the Mustangs?
The pass defense has got to be ready. We talked about it during the break that Loretto really hasn't seen a pass-heavy offense until tonight. I think if they can run the ball, control the clock, kind of similar to what they did with Collinwood and Scotts Hill, I think that they should be able to roll. Obviously, Riverside doesn't have as much of a running game as they have in years past. So I think that may come to the benefit of the Mustangs.
Well, and the other team in our area in Class 2A, the same region, Mount Pleasant, has been on a tear outside of the one wild game at Forest. They've looked pretty good in region play. Had that wild game at Summertown, and then Riverside, they hung it on them pretty bad, especially there in the first half. And speaking of Scotts Hill just runs into the one buzzsaw after another in this region, and now they might get the best team outside of Adamsville coming up here tonight.
Yeah, a very tough Mount Pleasant team. They're 4-0 in games that took place on one day, and when you have to split them up, that can cause some problems. Yeah. But I think this is a good game for Mount Pleasant. It's a good week to maybe try out some younger pieces, try some different things. Scotts Hill hasn't been successful against region opponents this year, so I think it's a good game to try something out. I know Loretto ended up using a lot of Eli Chapman in that game, and that came back to help them against Collinwood. So maybe try something else and give your team a new wrinkle as they head down the stretch.
Here's what the Tigers have to say going into Week 6. A good win the other night, and pretty convincing one from start to finish here.
Yeah, it was a good night, good atmosphere here in front of our home crowd. I thought we played really well in all three phases. We kind of jumped on them early. All three phases of the game. Special teams really, got us out in front in the first quarter with a big punt return, and then they faked a punt. We tackled them on the 1-yard line. And then an interception for touchdown by Nazir Carter. So, yeah, it was just kind of one of those things where everything felt like it was going right, and that's kind of the outcome we got.
And, especially playing in front of your home crowd. I mean, you guys have certainly taken it to a different level when you're playing here.
Yeah, there's just something about, playing better at home. I think you probably should do that. It's just a different type of energy, for the kids, and playing in front of the people they know and they want to do well for them. Kind of game really went. We didn't really expect it to go that way, that early, that fast. But things just kind of got rolling, and all the momentum, and it never really shifted. So we're proud of the outcome.
Scotts Hill coming up, and I know a different challenge for this team.
Yeah, no doubt. They're having a rough start to their season, but their kids are still playing hard. They still want to win. They're playing together. They played pretty well early last week in their game. So we got another home game. It's homecoming week, which provides a whole lot of distractions. That coaches usually don't enjoy. But we got to handle that adversity throughout the week, and show up and do what we're supposed to do.
What's it going to take to get a win here on Friday?
I think just staying focused, and be ready to play football and keep the focus on the game. At kickoff at 7 o'clock, all the other stuff really doesn't matter or have any effect on the outcome of the game unless it affects you in a bad way. So we really want to use that energy to kind of start the game off fast and continue to get quick starts.
Let's talk about the win over Riverside.
It was a good win, a good district win. It was very coming out the gates hot and heavy. We got on them quick and slowed them down.
You guys seem to really kind of take it a different level when you're playing here in front of your home crowd.
Yes, sir. Home games are definitely better for a team overall.
You got homecoming coming up. I know it's kind of a different challenge and everything. How does this team kind of eliminate those distractions and focus on the task?
Yeah, we're just going to keep our head in the game and focus for Scotts Hill and come ready to play.
Scott Hill's a different challenge. Record's not all that impressive. How do you guys make sure you don't overlook that here on Friday?
We just got to keep our head in the game and practice how we want to play and practice like they're just another good team.
What's it going to take to get a win here on Friday?
We need to control the penalties and get good defense and just control the penalties. Penalties has been a killer for us in the past.
All right, Mike, what are the keys to the game here for the Tigers tonight?
I think for Mount Pleasant, stay healthy. Obviously, you got a big game the following week against Adamsville, and maybe just try to find a new wrinkle to your offense. Obviously, their offense is very explosive and may not need to find a new wrinkle, but what a better time to try it out against the team.
Expert in garage door.
Big goal line staying there. Now they got McEwen coming up. Team they're pretty familiar with. I believe they played them in the playoffs last year. I've played them a lot over the last couple of years. Obviously, your former head coach and Rick Rice is over there. So a lot of familiarity there. You're in the same region now, and man, you pick up a win this week, and things are looking pretty good for you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously heading into that game at Brewston was not the best look. You were 1-3, but you pick up a huge win in overtime on the road. And listen, you might be 2-3 on the year right now, but you're 1-0 in region, and right now that's the only thing that matters. And you got a big one tonight at home against McEwen.
And just like you said, you can right all the wrongs of your past.
Yep.
With a big win here, and especially you haven't gotten to the McKenzies yet of the world. This is a good way, or the Perry counties. We know how good Perry County has been year in and year out. So this is a good opportunity. Hey, you sit there 2-0 in the region, you got to be feeling pretty good about yourself.
Yeah, and McEwen was one of those teams. They've already had their bye week, and they had a game canceled because of the weather a couple weeks ago. So, again, this is a Wayne County team that has played almost twice as many games as McEwen up to this point. I think that might play into their favor.
Got Collinwood got a big game against Hollow Rock Brewston, who Wayne County just beat last week. And Collinwood has played them a lot in the last couple of years, and they've had a lot of success against that bunch.
Yeah, Collinwood, a tough loss last week to Loretto, but their offense has looked a lot better. It struggled through the first two games of the year. They picked it up against Scotts Hill. It looked pretty good against Franklin Christian. Had some hiccups against Loretto, but you're going back to face a region opponent that just took a huge loss to your big county rival. I think it's a good moment for Collinwood to be able to again play it at home and try to get a win against a big region opponent.
And they just need something because you have Loretto tied at the half, and then they get big offensive onslaught. You lose barely to Franklin Christian. I mean, they need something to go in their favor. This would be a good opportunity for them.
Yeah, and Collinwood's a tough team to prepare for. I mean, they ran three different guys out there at quarterback, and all three of them play very differently. So if Hollow Rock Brewston's not ready, Collinwood could maybe pull one out on you.
Got a big one in the other single A region, Richland and Eagleville tonight. Richland got back on the board in a big way, big win at Community. Man, do the Raiders, if they're going to make any noise and they're going to make a playoff push, I think the Raiders need that one in a big way here tonight.
Yeah, it's two teams that are 3-2 that have had their very high highs and had some very low lows. I think this is going to be a fun one. Obviously, you got two high-powered teams that are typically pretty good powers in single A every year, and it's just going to make it that more fun for a region matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and let's go to our Alabama game of the week. Colbert Heights sitting at 5-0 in the year, taking on 2-2 Falkville, and this is a Colbert Heights team that's been playing really good this season. They're also sitting 3-0 in their region.
Yeah, I mean, they look very good. Obviously, 5-0, you have to be happy with how that season's gone so far. And for Falkville, it's not been the greatest start to the season, and it hurts to go on the road and play a 5-0 team this early in the season. But wouldn't it be a really, really good time for an upset? I mean, in middle of the season, trying to take one out of a 5-0 team, it's tough to do. But, I mean, if anybody's ready to do it, I mean, some of those Alabama games can get a little crazy.
Take a look at the scores that Colbert County has scored. 38, 54, 38, 46, and 60.
That offense is putting up some points. But, the questions are around their defense. Are they able to stop enough people? Because teams are putting up points on them as well. So it's going to be a test of how much that defense can hold down.
And looking at the remainder of their schedule, Colbert County, Rogers, Mars Hill, and Lauderdale County. That's that's not going to be easy down the stretch.
Yeah, not one bit. But again, they've had so much success already through this point in the season. They could probably try to ride that wave all the way down.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Well, coming up next, we'll recap Lawrence County's game at home against Tullahoma last night when we return here, getting you ready on the Friday Night Lights.
Pat's Cafe and Catering has been proudly serving customers in Lawrenceburg since 1987. For 4 generations, our family-run cafe has served up delicious breakfast and lunch favorites with friendly service and a welcoming atmosphere. We also offer full-service catering, and can help to make your next party or event a success. For great food and friendly faces, visit us today at Pat's Cafe and Catering.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
We never felt like Gina was pushing us to make a deal with a buyer. She knew what we wanted, and she worked diligently to get us the best offer for our properties.
Working hard for my clients to make their dreams come true. Let me work for you.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
All right, Mike, Lawrence County and Tullahoma played just across the way at Hendrick Stack Stadium last night. The Wildcats were in it, man, start to finish. Played really well, unfortunately came up short against Tullahoma.
Yeah, and obviously, it's tough to come off a loss and then a short week against another region foe that's very talented. And, they just weren't able to get things going. And not saying that it was anything on their part, but Tullahoma did a really good job taking away the small things that Lawrence County has been able to do that's made them so effective against teams like Loretto and Giles County and Spring Hill.
And I've never seen a team get 19 penalties in the game. But that did happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Tullahoma did give the Wildcats a lot of opportunities, but they're sitting 0-2 in the region, 2 more games left at Franklin County, where they won big a year ago, and then they've got Lincoln County home right after that. Again, it's just a 5-team region. It's basically win one and get in, but you would like to at least give yourself a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, they get a week off, obviously with the bye week next week, and then you go on the road.
Dixon County.
Yeah, and then you get to go on the road against Dixon County, a team out of your region. Try to build up some confidence because obviously you got 2 of those region games left, and you have to win one of them.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, that will do it for our pregame show here for week number 6. It's hard to believe.
Yeah. Flying through it.
And I'm wearing long sleeves. It feels great out right now. So everyone, kickoff for your games are just a few minutes away. And don't forget, you can check out all the highlights going down tonight on the Final Score.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Imagine a bank where you feel at home. Real people living right here in your community are the heart of Bank Independent and everything we do. You have our commitment to bring the people, ideas, and resources together that create a stronger community full of endless potential. For over 75 years, we've served this place we all call home. Bank Independent. We're invested in you.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the X Sports Network presentation of high school football, brought to you by Bank Independent. Tonight we are live from Amos Mitchell Stadium here on the campus of Colbert Heights High School as the Colbert Heights Wildcats come in 5-0. Play host to the Falkville Blue Devils, who come in at 2-2. Of course, Colbert Heights Class 3A, Falkville Class 2A. So a little out of region game for both schools here, and it's homecoming at Colbert Heights. Our second homecoming in a row. Last week we had Brooks for homecoming. This week here at Colbert Heights. My name is Ashley Balch, joined by my broadcast partner and, well, my oldest son Bryce. So he came home and he got roped into coming and joining his old man for a broadcast tonight. So, Bryce, as we get ready to kick off here, Colbert Heights 5-0 for the first time, looking to go 6-0. Falkville started off 2-0, dropped their last 2, trying to get back on the winning track. what are we looking for tonight? What's going to be a key matchup, or what's going to determine the outcome for this one?
Yeah, I think it's going to come down really to who wins the battle of the trenches. Colbert Heights averaging over 300 yards on the ground this season, averaging nearly 50 points a game. Whereas in Falkville's 2 wins this season, they've held their opponents to just 10 points a game. So, who can control the trenches? If it's Colbert Heights, how fast can you move up into the field? How many points can you put up on the board? For Falkville, how long can you stretch out those drives? Can you get some stops, make it 3rd and 4th down pretty often here? Keep Colbert Heights on the field for as long as possible, and, give yourself a chance to win the game.
Both teams are out for the coin toss. We'll kind of get the coin toss here, and then we'll step away for a quick break. But let's see what's going to happen here with the coin toss, who's going to go on offense first. As Bryce has mentioned, the rushing offense for Colbert Heights through the first 5 games has been really impressive with Owen Hood, Gavin Caldwell, Kalen Baskus, Eugene Gonzalez, and quarterback Mason Bryant all putting up some big numbers. Falkville, on the other hand, is a little bit more of pass-happy team with quarterback Samuel Jacobs already throwing for 388 yards, and his 2 receivers, Eli Harris and Cash Larimore. So going to have an exciting game, I think, with 2 different styles of offense. So can't wait to get this one started. Looks like Falkville has won the toss, and they're going to take the ball. So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, it's kickoff. You are watching the Exports Network presentation of high school football, presented by Bank Independent.
So it's been a pretty amazing journey with the Orion Amphitheater. The design was ambitious. It's pretty incredible, the caliber of artists that we've had through these doors. Bank Independent has been such a great partner because not only are they taking the stress of the finances off of our plate, but they're investing in us as we're investing in them. And I think that is a strong partnership. Obviously, they've done a fantastic job, and the spirit of what Bank Independent does is right there in the name.
I've been using Bank Independent as my primary bank for over 10 years now. Working with Chandler was amazing. She's an absolute professional. She was always there to answer my questions, which I had a lot of. Just felt like I got taken care of from start to finish.
Welcome back, both teams taking the field. Love the high school tradition of letting the fans come out on the field and form a tunnel for the players. Bryce, we were talking before the game. Of course, it is homecoming, so Colbert Heights went ahead with their band and did their presentation pregame, because I'm sure there's going to be the crowning of the homecoming queen and those type festivities. And, we had number 33 for Colbert Heights, Tristan Ham, who's also in the drum line. So double duty. He was out in his uniform with the drums. And then he'll get ready to play in the game. It's so exciting to see when you come to these schools, maybe the smaller schools, where these kids are really working all week, either in football, band, whatever it is, just putting so much into it to be able to come out here on a Friday night and represent their school. Looks like number 64, that's Addison Myrick for Colbert Heights, getting set to tee the ball up at the 40. Falkville with 2 guys deep. Standing at about the 20-yard line.
Looks like wide receiver Eli Harris to the near side. And wide receiver Logan Fowler.
You'll hear Eli Harris's name a lot. He is a big part of the Falkville offense and defense. Kicks away. It's going to be a short kick. It'll land at the 30. Colbert Heights had a chance there, I think, to jump on it. That's a live ball, but it'll go out of bounds right at the 30, and we'll have a penalty flag to get this one started. I think if he could have stayed in bounds there, Colbert Heights might have stolen a possession.
Yeah, kicked it. Looks like the Falkville upback didn't quite know what to do when the ball started coming towards him. And I believe that was Caden Harvey for Colbert Heights, nearly fell on it. Lost possession before going out of bounds. So got an illegal procedure and start the drive on the 35-yard line here for Falkville.
1st and 10, Falkville. Mason Bryant, your quarterback. He's in the shotgun. Got a man to his right. He'll hand it off, going left. Not much. He will pick up maybe a couple.
Yeah, that was Garrett Cunningham, also an offensive lineman for Colbert Heights there, first in on the tackle. He's a key senior and leader for this Wildcat team on both offense and defense, lining up at linebacker on this first drive for the Wildcats.
Bring up 2nd and 8. Ball's at the 37-yard line. In the shotgun. He's got a tight end to the left and a wing back to the left. Little screen pass to the right. We're going to have a completion. It's going to be a first down for Falkville.
Yeah, Colbert Heights showing blitz up on the top side early before Falkville slipped out a little screen pass on the same side, took it for about 11 yards and a first down.
That is Kalen Baskins that is in quarterback for Falkville to start this game. He'll swing it out to the right, incomplete. That was intended for, I'm on the wrong side of my sheet. That is Samuel Jacobs at quarterback for Falkville. Sorry, I did that a couple of weeks ago, and Jacob had to get me. That was Samuel Jacobs, his pass intended there for Logan Fowler.
Yeah, last week Falkville, I believe Samuel Jacobs suffered an injury. He's back here today, but sophomore Reed Dillard hopped in for Falkville down at Southeastern in a tough one-possession loss and threw about 15 or so passes for the Wildcats.
Jacobs in the shotgun, 2nd and 10 from their own 47. He'll hand it off to the right. Keeps his legs turning. He's going to get across the 50. That's number 15. It's Brody Bennett on the carry. He'll pick up maybe 5. We'll call it a long 3rd and 5. See what they dial up here, Bryce. 3rd and 5 to keep this drive going. Jacobs back to pass. He's going to hit a little slant. It's going to be complete. That's Eli Harris. Easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, Eli Harris just found the soft spot in the zone there about 10 yards downfield, took it for a couple extra, and, just like that, Falkville's extending the drive, already taking 2 minutes off the clock here, looking to take a little bit more.
They'll have 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 34. He'll hand it off to the right side to Bennett again. He'll get a good gain. Thrown down at about the 28. It's like number 22. Andrew Hand with the tackle for Colbert Heights. Going fast. Another little sweep play to the right. Number 15, Brody Bennett, getting a heavy dose here in the first half as the Blue Devils are picking up the pace, moving fast. Bennett again will take it around the right side. He's got some lead blockers. He'll pick up just a couple before he's thrown back. Looks like number 21 there for Colbert Heights, Dylan Counts.
Falkville relying heavy on little RPO read option action to the outside off the right tackle. It's worked a couple times, got him 2 or 3 first downs already.
Yeah, you wonder how long before Jacobs pulls that. But again, if you're talking about he got hurt last week, he may be instructed to let's get it out of your hands. Jacobs back to throw, and a slant to this side, complete again.
Jacobs doing a great job at finding the soft spot in the Colbert Heights zone there, just about 3 or 4 yards downfield. Finding it in between 2 or 3 defenders, able to get upfield. Got a 3rd and short coming up here after the timeout.
That was Eli Harris, again, his 2nd catch in this drive. Got a timeout. Looks like Colbert Heights has taken a timeout. You're watching high school football presented by Bank Independent on the X Sports Network.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Bank Independent. We're invested in you.
Just like our team builds champions on the field, Bank Independent builds champions in the classroom. Through our customer scholarship, you can receive a 20% scholarship to the University of North Alabama. Bank Independent, we're helping students win at life. Learn more at bibank.com/scholarship. So Coach Brett Vick trying to slow this drive down by Falkville. They got a short 3rd and 1 now. Jacobs will keep it. He's going to have the first down. It's going to be tackled by number 51, Jaden Solly. But again, that's enough for the first down. Falkville's going to have it 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, Coach Seth Ward drawing up the quarterback draw there on 3rd and short, able to get off the jump before the Colbert Heights defensive line can get into the Falkville offensive line right there.
1st and goal. Jacobs back to pass. Nowhere to go. He's going to be dropped. That's number 65, Eli Ratliff. Just fighting his way through. It's going to be a loss all the way back to looks like the 19. So big play there by Colbert Heights defense. Jacobs in the shotgun. Bennett to his right. He's got number 15. Again, Bennett to his right, number 12. Cash Larimore lined up in the slot to the right. We got a flag. False start on Falkville, so back them up 5 more. So, Bryce, a good drive. You take it down to the 9. You know, one sack and now a penalty, and you got 1st and goal from the 24.
Yeah, if you're the Blue Devils here, you just, have to be conscious. It's 2nd down. You get down there, it could be 4-down territory. Don't try to get too much back in one play. You've got 3 plays here to get about 29, 30-ish yards. Don't try to force something that's not there and, make a mistake.
Little wide receiver screen out to Eli Harris. That's what you're talking about right there, Bryce. Just don't try and get it all back. That wide receiver screen, it seems like everybody has it in their arsenal now, and it's just one of those plays where there's not a lot of risk to it. You're just hoping your guy can make a play and get a couple of blocks, and they've made this a little bit manageable now. 3rd and goal from just inside the 11.
Yeah, like you said, 3rd and 11, not the worst in the world. Maybe if you get 5 or 6 right here, you think about going for it on 4th and goal.
Jacobs with Bennett to his left. He'll fake it to him, step up in the pocket. Nobody there. He's going to run with it. And he'll get down to about the 3 before he's swarmed under by a lot of Colbert Heights Wildcats led by side number 55, Gunnar Carty. No. '22. Sorry, that's 22, Andrew Hand, the middle linebacker. So let's see what Falkville does. They've got 4th and goal from the 4, leaving the offense on the field.
Got 10 seconds on the play clock.
They have burned half of this first half already. And complete. Tried to hit a man in the flat. He tried to hit Cash Larimore on a little shallow out. It goes off his fingertips. And Colbert Heights has held after Falkville took it down the field. Had a 1st and goal, and they're unable to come away with any points.
Yeah, Colbert Heights got good pressure on the quarterback there. Number 51, Jaden Sally. Number 73, Garrett Cunningham, is going to stay out there on offense for the Wildcats. Looks like line up at left tackle. Good pressure on the quarterback, forcing him to make a quick throw just off by an inch or 2.
Mason Bryant, your starting quarterback for Colbert Heights, 5'9", senior. He's got 2 guys in the backfield. You're going to see a lot of running, and there's our first running play. Big hole, kind of closed quick, but that's number 26, Gavin Caldwell, on the carry, or right over left tackle. Good gain on first down, Bryce.
Yeah, a lot of players from both sides stayed out there after that first offensive drive. Got a lot of two-way players on both teams. Interesting to see how that big drive on the first drive of the game will impact their energy and how quick they are to jump out there.
He'll hand it off to Kalen Baskins around left end. We got a flag on the play. He's got enough for the first down. Up to about the 17, but let's see what.
It's like a second flag came out there at that little scuffle.
We'll see what the calls are. I think we're going to have a personal foul maybe on Falkville. Looked like a late push there. Like Bennett maybe. Yeah, so you can tell it's gonna have one penalty on Colbert Heights, and then you're probably gonna have a dead ball foul on Falkville. So they'll go back 5 and then go forward 15. So a 10-yard net gain for Colbert Heights. And they're gonna have a 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Just so different styles of offense. Falkville spreading you out. Colbert Heights with 3 or 4 guys in the backfield, and we've got a handoff to the left. Nothing doing there for the Wildcats. Falkville, number 20 there, Derek Woodruff from his left end spot.
Yeah, you start lining up against the little triple option where you got a couple guys in the backfield. It's just important to get the first point of contact on the ball carrier. Hang on until the next guy can get there and you can bring him down, and that's what Falkville did right there.
Gavin Caldwell lined up at fullback. Baskins in motion. Bryant's going to sprint out to the right, and he'll unload it. He's got a man just over the hands of number 22, Andrew Hand. Again, he made several tackles on the opening drive from his middle linebacker spot. Little flag route from his tight end. He was lined up on the left side and had plenty of green space and just overthrown by Bryant. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats. Number 3, Caden Kirby checks in. He'll split out wide left. Ball on the left hash. Got a little reverse. And Falkville was not fooled at all. That's number 8, Owen Hood, on the carry.
Yeah, these Falkville defensive backs and edges have done a great job at holding up, not biting on any early handoffs, staying at home and making early plays like that one.
Yeah, great play by Ryan Childers there for Falkville, the 5'8" senior from his left corner. So Colbert County will line up to punt. Addison Myrick back to punt. He looks like he's lined up at about his 10. Is that Eli Harris back for Falkville? High punt, but short. Looks like Colbert Heights will just get out of the way. It'll take a little bit of a bounce, but Falkville's going to start their second drive in good shape inside Colbert Heights territory at the 49. We'll take a quick break. You are watching high school football on the X Sports Network, presented by Bank Independent.
So it's been a pretty amazing journey with the Orion Amphitheater. The design was ambitious. It's pretty incredible, the caliber of artists that we've had through these doors. Bank Independent has been such a great partner because not only are they taking the stress of the finances off of our plate, but they're investing in us as worship. Obviously, they've done a fantastic job, and the spirit of what Bank Independent does is right there in the name.
And we're back. Samuel Jacobs handed off to Bennett. He's got a little bit of room on the left side. He'll pick up just a couple. Closed down really quick there by Colbert Heights.
Yeah, Bennett got the carry there on a little counter to the left side. They've been running the ball to the right sideline a lot so far this game. Maybe trying to shake things up and catch the right side of the defense off guard.
And I believe that was quarterback Mason Bryant on the tackle for Colbert Heights. Nothing doing there on that little draw to the right. 21 and 51 for Colbert Heights. Not fooled at all. That's Dylan Counts and Jaden Solly getting penetration into the backfield. Nice tackle for loss. That'll bring up a 3rd and 8 for Falkville. Falkville's got Larimore and Harris split wide right. Fowler goes in motion, he'll fumble on the snap, but he picks it up and he'll gain about 4 yards. And they'll be facing a 4th and 4. Bad snap, Bryce. It rolled back there. It just happened to roll right to Jacobs. Fowler, who was in motion, kind of just
was able to pick it up right off the ground.
Sorry, that's Larimore in motion.
It's like the Falkville offense staying out on the field.
This will be the second time they've gone for it on 4th down. Overthrew the receiver in the end zone the first time. Let's see if they try and draw them off or if they run a play. Jacobs back to pass. Colbert Heights getting great pressure. And that's going to be broken up by number 11, Larry King for Colbert Heights. He knew exactly where the stick was, Bryce.
Yeah.
And Falkville tried to get, and I if he comes up with the catch there, that's number 2 for, that's Logan Fowler. If he comes up with the catch there, I'm not sure he was going to have enough for the first down. King was in such good position.
Yeah, those soft spots that were there on that first drive didn't seem to be there on the second one. King did a good job of sitting down there and making a play on the ball.
Colbert Heights takes over 1st and 10 from their own 44. Bright will hand it off to Caldwell. Nothing doing. Maybe a yard. Number 63 for Falkville. Houston Jackson, first man there.
Jackson's been good for Falkville so far today. Last year he was a honorable mention to ASWA All-State selection, 2A for the Blue Devils.
That'll bring up 2nd and 9. Oh, drop on the ball on the ground. Caldwell dropped it as he was trying to take the handoff. Does a good job just falling on it. Play loses about a half a yard. Looks like he had his head up, Bryce, before he ever got control of it.
Yeah,
before he put it away.
He's done a great job so far at just getting penetration in early, controlling line of scrimmage. You know, even if he does get that carry, Falkville had 2 or 3 defenders not far off from him. Doing a good job of getting some bodies in there early.
Handoff around the left end to Baskins. He'll pick up about 3 or 4. It's thrown out of bounds on the Falkville sideline. It's going to bring up 4th and 6 for Colbert Heights. And they will let it go, and that's the end of the first quarter. First quarter flew by. No score. Falkville 0, Colbert Heights 0. Colbert Heights facing 4th and 6 when we come back. You're watching high school football on the Exports Network presented by...
For over 75 years, we've served this place we all call home. Bank Independent. We're invested in you.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
I've been using Bank Independent as my primary bank for over 10 years now. If you're looking for dependability, professionalism, and a personal touch, Bank Independent's really the only way to go.
Welcome back as we start the second quarter. No score. Looks like Colbert Heights may be lining up to go for it here, Bryce. 4th and 6. Bryant under center. He puts Baskins in
Bad
motion.
snap.
Bad snap.
It's going to be Falkville ball in plus territory here.
Yep. Colbert Heights recovered it, but didn't really matter. Falk was going to take over right there. So I think what we've kind of seen play out here early is Falkville used that first drive. They drove down the field. Really have flipped field position. You know, now they've started 2 drives inside the Colbert Heights side of the field. And, you know, if you're Colbert Heights, there's only so long you can go before you maybe buckle and give up a score.
Yeah, Colbert Heights there with a chance. Could have flipped the field back. Decided to go for it. Bad snap. Gives Falk for the ball in plus territory here.
Falkville with a handoff to the left. Couple of broken tackles. Big gain.
Brody Bennett.
Brody Bennett. He's been a workhorse the first quarter. For Falkville, he'll take it down to about the 22-yard line.
25-yard gain there on first and 10 for the Blue Devils. Really the first big play we've seen. We've had a couple 10 or so yard gains, but
little reverse on the inside. That's Larimore. He breaks a couple of tackles before he is pushed out of bounds by number 6 for Colbert Heights. That's John Ryan Berry. So back-to-back plays now with a couple of missed tackles for Colbert Heights. And Falkville has worked it just inside the 10.
yeah, great position here for Falkville. You know, last time they got down this far, a couple penalties and a sack pushed them back out of range, and they ended up having to use all 4 downs. Let's see if they can shorten that here.
Jacobs got 3 receivers to his left. He'll hand it to Larimore on the inside. He was trying to go the short side of the field, just not much doing there. Colbert Heights had that covered well. Larimore's lined up in the little wing back on the right side, and he just comes across. Looks like he may pick up 2 before he slid to the ground. Maybe 1. Second goal from the 8 coming up for Falkville.
Colbert Heights defense done a great job so far today of, you know, short yardage situations, just shortening up, making some plays, and, you know, 0-0 ball game, even though this is Falkville's second time in the red zone.
We'll hand off to Bennett to the right. He's got blockers in front of him, and he'll take it in for the Falkville touchdown. Brody Bennett. A little inside handoff, right over right guard. Had a lead blocker. I'm trying to see who that is. Couldn't tell. That's number 50. Yeah, Ansel Meza with a nice little lead block. And Falkville will line up and go for 2. Looks like Eli Harris may be lined up in the Wildcat. And he is. He'll take it, go straight to his right, and run over a man and just take it in. So with 10:18 left here in the second quarter, Falkville takes an 8-0 lead. You are watching high school football on the X Sports Network, presented by Bank Independent.
Bank Independent has been such a great partner because not only are they taking the stress of the finances off of our plate, but they're investing in us as we're investing in them. And I think that is a strong partnership. The spirit of what Bank Independent does is right there in the name.
You know, Storing Lee Furniture is not just some huge chain store, but we do have a 144,000 square foot showroom right here in Leoma, Tennessee. The Story family has worked together in the business now for 55 years. And a familiar face is here to help you with whatever you need. That's what being a part of the community right here in the Tennessee Valley means. And if you have an issue, we're right here to take care of it. And don't forget free delivery. We invite you to come see us. We're Storing Lee Furniture.
Welcome back. Falkville getting ready to kick off. Teeing it up at the 40-yard line. Back deep will be Mason Bryant and Kalen Baskins. Set to kick off is number 6, Judson Tew for Falkville. Bryant in the middle, back at the 20-yard line. Looks like he missed it just a little bit. It was going to bounce out of bounds at about the 27, 28. So 2 kickoffs, both have gone out of bounds, Frey.
Really similar to the first one, about the same yard line. Rolled up out of bounds. Falkville had a guy or two near there. They could have, if they got there a little bit quicker, they could have had a chance to jump on it.
So Colbert Heights will start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Move the ball a little bit, but haven't done a whole lot on offense. That Falkville's done a good job on holding this running game.
Yeah, they stack in the box. They've got nine in right now.
There's the fullback. That's Caldwell. And he is slow to get up. Was hit pretty hard right about the 40-yard line. He does have a pretty good-sized knee brace there on his left knee. As the training staff will come out and take a look at him. That'll be a big blow for the Wildcats if he misses any significant amount of time. 60 carries this year already, 413 yards, and a team-high 9 touchdown. He's averaging almost 7 yards a carry and right at 82 yards a game.
Good to see him get up. And
it looks like it may be that favoring that left leg where he's already wearing that pretty good-sized knee brace. So we'll hope Caldwell can get back in the game.
Unfortunate for Colbert Heights on what was one of their longest plays of the game so far today.
Yeah, he's a 6'1", 205-pound senior. So we'll see what they draw up now. Second and long 3. The handoff around the left side. It's going to be good enough for a first down. That's number 8. That's Owen Hood on the carry. He's the leading rusher for this Colbert Heights team.
Colbert Heights offensive line doing a great job there of winning battles early. Had 2 pulling offensive linemen, were able to get out in front there, make a block downfield, and allow the Wildcats to get a first down.
Falkville with, as you mentioned earlier, they are stacking that box. They've got 9 guys in the box. There's a handoff to number 7. That's Brock Bradford. He's in for the injured Caldwell at that fullback spot. No gain on the play.
It's Ansel Metz on the tackle. He's been in on several plays so far for Falkville. Was the leading blocker on the touchdown. Made a big tackle on the first drive earlier. Hasn't been a shortage of plays made from the offensive and defensive linemen for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, the way you can really mess this offense up is penetration, and that's what they're getting. A little reverse play, and we've got something happening here on the left side. That's number 6 for Colbert Heights. That's John Ryan Berry. He had something, and Falkville did a really good job on pursuit with Eli Harris and number 5, Benjamin Lacey.
Mason Bryant got out there. Looked like he had a chance to make a block
and just kind of shortened up at the last minute. And Falkville was able to get some contact there.
Really good job by Benjamin Lacey over here on this from his left corner spot, staying home and coming up and making a strong tackle. 3rd and 7, right at midfield. We'll hand off to Hood around right side. Just not much doing. That's Mesa again from his middle linebacker spot. Gain of 1 for Colbert Heights.
Similar spot for Colbert Heights from the previous offensive drive. They went for it last time. We'll see if...
It looks like they are dropping back to punt. Yeah. So they're not going to give Falkville a short field again. They're going to punt it away. Addison Myrick back to kick.
Eli Harris back deep for the Blue Devils.
He's standing on his 20, so we'll see what Myrick does here. Penalty on the play before we get started. False start, so we'll back Colbert Heights up 5, and Myrick will boot it away again. 7:27 here in the second quarter. Really been dominated by Falkville so far. It's only an 8-0 score, but they took the opening drive all the way down the field. Didn't come away with anything. Have started 2 drives inside Wildcat territory.
Yeah, even though they didn't come away with any points on that first drive of the game, it kind of set the tone and then flipped field position early. Colbert Heights hasn't been able to move it past midfield yet today.
Harris will take it. Had a little bit of room around the left side. He's knocked down by number 1. That's Baskins for Colbert Heights. So Falkville will have it 1st and 10 from their own 30. They got a good spot on that return from their own 35-yard line. He's got Larimore and Harris split out ride. Bennett still your running back. He'll hand it to Bennett along the left side. Big hole. Great pursuit there by number 11, Larry King, to save the touchdown. That's not Bennett. We've got number 6. It's Judson Tew in the backfield for Falkville.
Came through untouched, shook a defender there and then had one man to beat. King was able to catch up to him and, prevented long touchdown there, but that's a huge gain for Falkville on the first play of the drive.
Looks like Larimore's out left. Harris and Logan Fowler split out right. Tew stays in the game at running back. Jacobs with a little stop route in the slot. It's complete to Fowler, I believe. Yep, that's Fowler.
Falkville's done a great job of mixing up the run and pass so far today. Just when they break off a big run, they're able to go back to the passing game, get about 3 or 4 yards there. Again, just Blue Devils are doing a great job of finding soft spots in the Colbert Heights zone here on defense.
Yeah, just making sure you get something on first down.
Yeah.
Get positive yardage, put yourself where you can open up that playbook. Reed Dillard in at quarterback, Bryce. We missed that. They brought Dillard in at quarterback. He'll hand it off to Tew. Nothing doing there. Great job by that Wildcat defense.
Dillard performed well last week in a tough loss to Southeastern. The 9 for 14, about 100 or so passing yards for the sophomore.
Andrew Hand in on the tackle. He's been in on several tackles. 6'1", 210, only a junior. Tew will take it and hand around the left side. He had something until big number 51, Jaden Solly, from his defensive end spot. Great job of trailing the play.
Yeah, Colbert Heights has done a good job on this set of downs right here. It's easy when you give up a big play, 20, 30 yards on the first play of a drive to kind of sit back and, not be aggressive anymore. But Colbert Heights has done a great job of shortening up. They've only given up 5 yards in 3 plays on this set of downs right here.
Dillard's got 3 split to the right, 2 in the backfield. He'll throw, and he is sacked. 2 guys in the backfield there. 73 will come away with the sack. That's Garrett Cunningham. But 21 came on a blitz. That's Dylan Counts on a little outside blitz and forced Reed to step up and right into Cunningham.
Let's see if Colbert Heights can, put a little drive together, get 1 or 2 or 3 first downs, flip the field position, because they've been kind of on their back heel ever since the first drive of the game.
Yeah, I think for them it's just establishing some momentum now. 4:46 left on the clock. I think just picking up first downs. Good to see Caldwell back in the game at fullback. And they'll give it to him. Just nothing doing. That Falkville defensive line is getting penetration.
Yeah, it's tough as a triple option team that runs the ball about 90% of the time to get your offense moving when Falkville's doing such a great job. They're stacking the box, and making a point of contact early on in every play.
Houston Jackson in on that stop. Bryant split out to his left. I don't think that was a quarterback run. I just don't think there was anything there. Number 10 for Falkville, Esteban Rendon.
Looked like they were going to drop a pass there and try and get the ball downfield a little bit, but
just had no chance.
Too much pressure.
Yeah, 4 white jerseys out there. Rendon out there. Woodruff.
If you're Colbert Heights, I think soon you've got to take a chance downfield. I know it's not your specialty, but maybe toss one up, try and get a big gain because Falkville's bearing down so many in the box right here.
Little inside handoff to Hood. Just not much doing. I think that's it. It may be Baskins. That's Baskins. So I think what you're kind of seeing is just not picking up a lot of yards on first and second down and putting yourself in third and long. And this offense is just not built for third and long.
The triple option's built to, wear you down and keep your offense out on the field for long periods of time, a little trickeration. But, when you get the first handoff of every drive's sticking you back second and 9, second and 10, it's tough to get a drive going.
Myrick back to punt. 2 on the play clock. 1, they'll get it away. Do have a flag on this sideline. Great punt by Myrick.
Wow.
Great punt. Takes a wildcat roll, picked up by Harris, and he is dropped right there by number 73, Cunningham. Back inside the 10 at about the 9, but we'll see what the flag is. It's thrown by the official on this sideline, on the Colbert Heights sideline. And it is on Colbert Heights. Illegal shift is the call. So that great punt and putting Falkville deep is going to have to try it again as Mike will step back 5 yards. Great punt, Bryce.
Wonderful punt. Just got it up over his head, got some solid contact. Took a friendly bounce, got him about 10 or so extra yards there, and Eli Harris did a great job of picking that one up and salvaging it a little bit.
Yeah, I think they probably would have had it inside the 5 if he had not gone back and picked it up. So Mark will punt it again. 2:29. Clock running here in the second quarter. Falkville 8, Colbert Heights 0.
Falkville with 2 returners back this time.
Another good punt, high punt. Harris will call the fair catch, and he'll take it at the 31. So a big difference in field position from the 9 out to the 31 for Falkville to start their next drive with 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we'll see if Falkville, tries to get it down the field pretty quick here, a little 2-minute drill, and see if they can pad their lead a little bit heading into the half. Colbert Heights, this season scored 38, 54, 38, 46, and 60.
Yeah, this is new to them.
Yeah, they haven't scored less than 38 points in a game this season. So, if Falkville's able to take this one to the half with 0 on that Colbert Heights side of the scoreboard, I think
Jacobs back in at quarterback. He'll hand it off to Bennett. Pick up about 9 out to the 40. And I think that's kind of what we're talking about. You're seeing the difference here. Falkville picking up 8 or 9 on first down, where Colbert Heights is really struggling on first down to help themselves and make their drives get started a little bit easier.
Yeah, and like you said, it opens up your playbook. You can be a little bit more experimental on second down and 2 than you can on second and 10.
Jacobs handed off to Bennett again. He's got blockers out in front. He'll pick up about 2 or 3. It will be a first down. I believe Myrick was in on that stop. I tell you, number 22, Andrew Hand for Colbert Heights, is not afraid to stick his nose in there. Jacobs back to throw. Had a man. Pretty good coverage there for Colbert Heights by Mason Bryant.
Yeah, I thought it was just a little high. Mason Bryant able to, put some contact on the receiver right there. Force a tough catch to make there. We got second down and long.
Second 10 Falkville, 1:16 remaining. Falkville does have all 3 timeouts. Jacobs in the shotgun, giving the instructions. Bennett to his left. He's got 3 receivers split out left, tight end to his right. And we got a flag on the far sideline.
It looks like you had some movement on the left side of the offensive line there. This is just not what you want to see if you're Falkville. You had a chance to put some points on the board right before the half.
Colbert Heights will get the second half kickoff. So Falkville would like to get points here, go up by 2 scores. Same formation. Jacobs in a shotgun, man. Bennett to his left, 3 receivers split out wide left. He'll drop back to throw. There's my man Andrew Hand from that linebacker spot. Helping him out there was 52, Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah,
he just hasn't had time to throw.
No, both teams have done a really good job of getting pressure on the quarterback today. I think the difference has been, Falkville's backs, their ability to get to the second level before contact's made has really been the difference.
We got a timeout. We'll take a short 15-second here, and we'll be right back. Falkville facing a third in Tuscumbia. So be right back. You're watching high school football on the X Sports Network, presented by Bank Independent.
So it's been a pretty amazing journey with the Orion Amphitheater. The design was ambitious. It's pretty incredible, the caliber of artists that we've had through these doors. Bank Independent has been such a great partner because not only are they taking the stress of the finances off of our plate, but they're investing in us as we're investing in them. And I think that is a strong partnership. Obviously, they've done a fantastic job, and the spirit of what Bank Independent does is right there in the name.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back. Third and very long for Falkville. 1:07 remaining in the first quarter. Colbert Heights with an opportunity here to get off the field and get the ball back, maybe put points on the board. Jacobs will let it fly. It's intercepted. That's number 1, Kalen Baskins, and he'll return it all the way back.
You got a couple of flags on the play.
We do have a couple of flags.
One thrown by the back judge and one by the side judge over there.
There was no Falkville receiver in the area. I have to imagine there's some form of holding or pass interference on the.
Yeah, we've got 3 flags. We got a flag at the line of scrimmage. We got a flag at about the 45 and another one way back into Colbert Heights territory at the 41.
Yeah, it looks like there may have been some extracurricular activity there towards the end of the play.
May take a few minutes to sort this one out. Got pass interference. So we've got pass interference on Colbert Heights and then personal fouls on both teams. So I guess those personal fouls will offset. They will take the pass interference penalty.
Yeah, I believe with.
And that'll come with an automatic first down.
Yeah, both of those being after the play penalties, the pass interference is able to be enforced, and that being, if that's an automatic first down, that's huge for Falkville and very unfortunate for Colbert Heights.
We'll have to see. It may still be 3rd and 10 for Falkville. Thought pass interference was an automatic first down, but still showing 3rd down on the chains. So we'll go with the chains. 3rd and 10 for Falkville. Another chance for Colbert Heights to get off the field here. Showing blitz. And now we've got a false start on the left side of the Falkville offensive line. So the game that was moving along at a brisk pace is now slowed down.
Yeah, it's the second time this drive
Falkville's jumped on a Colbert Heights edge rusher showing blitz.
Yeah, they've got they had 4 or 5 guys on the line of scrimmage showing blitz.
it starts, you make one play in the backfield, and now, you're trying to overcorrect as an offensive lineman and make a play that, you don't have to rush to make.
Jacobs back to throw. He's pressured by Marcus Rutland. He'll let it go. Broken up at the very end there by number 6, John Ryan Berry.
What a breakup. That receiver has you beat by a yard or two.
Great throw off the back foot there by
got his hand on
Jacobs.
it just enough to distract Fowler from coming down with it, and Falkville will punt it away, their first punt of the first half.
Be Judson Chew back to punt.
2 to punt. I believe that's Bryant back at his own 35-yard line for the Wildcats. High snap, and he drops it, and he's going to run for it. He had time to still kick it. Ooh. And he is corralled at the 40-yard line. Just a lot happening right there, Bryce.
Yeah, and that's really unfortunate for Falkville. What would have turned into, surely a Colbert Heights take a knee and take this one to the half and recorrect now becomes Colbert Heights only has to go 40 yards in 35 seconds to get themselves on the board.
Christian Gonzalez coming up and making the stop. Tew had time. He was a high punt. It may have thrown him off, and then he dropped it, but he picked it up, and I think he still had time to get it off. But Colbert Heights will take it 1st and 10. That's Bradford. He's going to pick up just a couple. This Falkville defense is doing a great job pursuing.
Yeah.
We've seen several times that it looks like there's something there, and then some of these linebackers and safeties come up. But, when you've got 9 stacked in the box, those safeties don't have far to come.
Yeah, if you're Colbert Heights, I don't know if there's a better time than 29 seconds and a half to, shorten up and just try and throw one downfield. See if you can catch Falkville off guard. They've got 9 in the box, like you said. Maybe you get a mismatch on defense, lob one up over the top, and you got a chance for a big gain.
Colbert Heights takes their second timeout with 29 seconds. They'll have 1 remaining. Falkville with 2. Colbert Heights trying to get something on the board. After putting up a lot of points so far this year, have not been able to really get anything going here in the first half against a pretty stingy Falkville defense. Falkville won this matchup last year, shut them out last year, so they're going on 6 quarters now without giving up any points to Colbert Heights.
Yeah.
Brian will drop back to throw. He's got a man. It's complete. That's number 8, Owen Hood. What you were talking about, Bryce. Open it up a little bit and take a chance.
Yeah, you complete 1 or 2 of those downfield, and just like that, Falkville can't have 9 in the box anymore. You've got to commit a little bit more to, playing the pass, and maybe that opens up your run game a little bit more.
Great job getting up on the line of scrimmage, clocking the ball, saving that last timeout, 22 seconds.
What was 29 seconds to go 40 yards has now become 22 seconds to go 21. So, you've outgained your clock, and see if you can make another big play right here and, maybe cut into that deficit right before the half.
Brian will put Baskins in motion from left to right. He's back to throw again. Pressure in the backfield. He'll step up, scrambling, and he'll just throw it away. Good job there by Bryant. He was under pressure, had a man in his face right when he got back there, and as soon as he stepped up, he had a second man right in his face.
Yeah, great job of getting rid of that one. It's tough when you get a guy in your backfield that quick, able to step up and make one move to the outside, buy yourself a little more time. Nothing was still open, but able to get rid of it, and you hadn't done yourself any harm here. Burn 7 seconds off the clock.
3rd and 10 from the Falkville 16. See what they draw up here. Little reverse play to the left. That's Baskins. He's pushed out of bounds by Fowler. Excuse me. That's Landon Jones that pushes him out of bounds, number 8.
4th and about 7 right here.
Yeah, he's out at about the 12 or the 13.
Falkville
will call their second timeout with 11 seconds left. Stick around with us at halftime. We got a special guest joining us. And then we will get you to the halftime festivities, Falkville Band, and then the homecoming ceremonies here for Colbert Heights. Again, their band performed pregame. Did a great job. And we'll find out together who the homecoming queen is for Colbert Heights. Last week at Brooks and now again here this week at Colbert Heights. Sam, that's probably what we need to do is just hit homecomings. We should just go do all the homecoming games. Okay, Sam said no. All right, Bryce, let's see what Colbert Heights draws up here. They can get a first down. Facing 4th and 7.
Line the game's about at the 6-7 yard line.
That's twice on 4th down that Bryant's tried to get out of there a little too quick and fumbled the snap.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for Colbert Heights. You get a chance to go in for it twice. Just didn't really secure the ball.
Yeah, good snap. It hit him right in the hands. He just maybe tried to get out of there a little too quick and read the defense and see what he was going to do. So I imagine Falkville here will just take a knee and get out of here at halftime with an 8-0 lead. Really good first half.
Yeah, really good first half, especially from both defenses. Colbert Heights is trailing, but they've still done a great job on this Falkville defense of limiting plays, big plays, and kind of forcing them to do a little bit.
Yeah, well, Falkville started 2 drives in their own territory, so only giving up 1 score, and they've held them first and goal on the inside. We'll hand off to Bennett to the left. It'll pick up a couple, and that'll take us to halftime. Falkville 8, Colbert Heights 0. When we come back, we'll be joined by Selena Suggs, the Vice President of Customer Experience at Bank Independent. We'll talk a little bit to her. She's a big Colbert Heights fan. Kind of talk a little bit about some of the things going on at Bank Independent. 8-0 Falkville. We'll be back. We'll take a short break and come back and talk to Selena. You're watching high school football on the X-Sports Network presented by Bank Independent.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your sports forecast.
Fred Gossage here at the Tennessee Valley Weather Center on this Friday evening with your latest forecast update. Clearing skies tonight, drier air moving in. That's going to mean temperatures dropping lower. We'll be dropping through the 60s overnight, reaching overnight lows of upper 50s to the lower 60s. Here's how that breaks down across the area. For a large part of southern middle Tennessee, it's the upper 50s and maybe some isolated mid-50s here and there in the cooler spots, maybe closer to 60 back from Ardmore into Lincoln County in Tennessee, and then mostly lower 60s over North Alabama, but maybe some upper 50s in the rural areas of northwest Alabama, west of the Natchez Trace Parkway to US 43, and also south of the Tennessee River, and those upper 50s carry back into northeast Mississippi. We'll have plenty of sunshine here for our Saturday. Daytime highs into the low to mid 80s across the area. Everybody looks to be between about 81 and 84 or 85 across the area. Plenty of sunshine and a northerly wind and lower humidity. So feeling pretty decent for the last few days of September. Shower chances will be off to the east of us for the weekend, but they may start to wrap back westward as we go into early next week. And then I do think toward the middle of the week, Tuesday and especially Wednesday and Thursday, those rain chances may come up just a little bit at least because of remnant moisture from the tropical systems to the east wrapping back into the area. Low to mid 80s here through early week, and then the temperatures relax. That upper level low to the east and the tropical system interacting with it may indeed pull down some cooler air on the backside of it into our local area as we head into the latter part of next week, feeling a little more like fall as we head into the latter part of next week. Lower 80s around here for your Saturday. Plenty of sunshine, just a few clouds, more the same Sunday, but a couple degrees warmer. We're up around the mid 80s Monday and Tuesday, but a few spotty showers start to come back I think a slightly better chance of rain showers Wednesday into Thursday, and then cooler air filtering in toward the second half of next week. That's a look at your latest 7-day forecast. You can always get the latest information by downloading the free Tennessee Valley Weather app. You can either scan the QR code on the screen if you're watching on your big TV screen at home, or you can download it for free in the Apple App Store or Google Play, whichever one you use. And then you can find us on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and YouTube by searching for Tennessee Valley Weather. That's the latest here from the Weather Center. We'll get you back to the high school football coverage right here on the X Sports Network.
Welcome back. Joined by Selena Suggs.
Hey, Ashley.
We get to work very closely with Selena and enjoy it every day. It's a treat.
Well, thank you. You too.
Thank you for coming up here. We had Stephanie Hips, our Treasury Solutions, on at the Wilson game and enjoyed getting to visit with her. So tell folks a little bit about your role at the bank and how long you've been at Bank Independent.
Well, I'm about to turn over my 25th year at the bank. I've been there quite a while. My role is really to help our sales offices and customer service and our digital sales office serve our customers.
So, we know internally at the bank how much that customer service means to us, and that really falls on you.
It does.
Right? That falls on you. So your team is responsible for all that. How do you keep the focus on that service with our teams on the front line?
Well, it's really simple. We have 7 standards of service that we follow. We all are doing the same things, so our customers get a consistent experience, and they're very simple. Being kind, greeting people warmly, exceeding expectations, showing gratitude. They are very simple things that we interact with our customers every time they get the same consistent experience, and that is across customer service, sales offices, and DSO. So it's really simple if you follow those steps in every interaction.
But those steps also apply to us, how we interact with each other.
They sure do.
So not only do we apply those to our customers, but that's how we want to be with each other.
Yes,
internally.
yes.
So since you've been at the bank, it has grown. We're now in 7 counties, 34 sales office, but also an online presence with our digital sales office. Tell me about the digital sales office, why it was created, and what kind of role it serves.
Well, when we were thinking about creating the digital sales office, we saw a need out there for our customers to bank when and where it's convenient for them. So our digital sales office was first created to handle our online presence, so account opening. We dabbled in that a little bit, learned that our customers really responded to that. So we've now expanded that to online loan applications. Our digital sales office team supports any customer that wants to make a deposit via their app. So when you deposit that check on your phone, they're supporting that, as well as our ITMs and ATMs. So if you pull up to one of our ITMs, press the talk to teller, you get a person in our digital sales office. So all of those online channels, we want to make that convenient for our customers.
And those people are here.
They are here.
I think that's what is important, is they're in our building.
Yes, they are.
Along with our customer service team.
Are.
We don't outsource that. You're not getting somewhere else in the U.S. or even in a foreign country.
That's correct. They're
here
local.
And they're local.
Yes, they are.
That's important.
It is.
To us and to the customer.
It is.
You talked about 25 years.
Yes.
It's a long time.
It is a long time.
Started in college.
I did.
Many different roles. You've seen the bank come and go, in changes in the economy, changes in things. What it is about Bank Independent that keeps the team members around, and where we see these people like yourself who, you started here. This is going to be your career.
Yes.
And really, that's unheard of to start and move up and make one place your career.
Yes.
What is it about the bank that fosters that?
I have always loved our culture. I know we talk a lot about that internally, but really it does mean something. You feel it when you're there. You feel it when you're going through things with your family. Everybody cares about you. And they have really given me opportunities to learn new things. They challenged me over the years. They've allowed me to do the things that that they know I'm good at. So I've really enjoyed all the learning experiences. They also give me opportunities to serve. I've always been able to serve my community, serve my customers, all while, you know, making that positive difference, which is our mission.
Yeah, and you can tell that with some of the, you know, the awards, the most loved workplaces
Yes.
by Newsweek and some of those type things, how it is a special
Yes.
special place.
It is.
To be a part of.
Yes.
And I appreciate it from somebody who kind of came in late to the bank and
Yes.
and kind of did some you know, and even in a different field, to have that where you have a company who cares about your growth
Yes.
and your development
Yes.
and gives you every opportunity to
Yes,
succeed.
they invest in me, and so I feel loyal to invest back in them, and they invest in all of us in our communities, and that it means a lot to me.
Yeah. And you've got a son here at Colbert Heights, is that
I
right?
have two sons.
Two sons here
Yes,
at Colbert Heights.
Yes.
So you're probably getting ready for basketball season,
We are
right?
getting ready, yes. Gearing up for that. We're excited. I love football, but basketball has my heart,
Yeah.
and we love the Wildcats, and huge fans. So,
Great.
yes.
Well, maybe they can get a couple points on the board here.
Yes.
Playing really great. Selena, thank you so much for coming up.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, and
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, and go Wildcats.
You are watching high school football on the Exports Network, presented by Bank Independent. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, the homecoming festivities for Colbert Heights. You're watching the Exports Network, presenting Bank Independent high school football.
Bank Independent. We're invested in you.
selected as representatives by their classmates. The homecoming queen is chosen by the student body here at Colbert High School. 2025 6th grade class representative is Miss Isabel Hawks. Isabel is dismissed tonight by her father, Jeffrey Hawks. She is being escorted this evening by Mr. Joshua Slade. Sixth grade representative, Miss Isabella Potts, and her escort, Joshua Slade. The seventh grade representative is Miss Amos Brooks. And is presented this evening by her father, Curtis Brooks. She is escorted tonight by Mr. Jackson Cornelius. Seventh grade representative, Miss Mila Brooks. And for Jackson Cornelius. Eighth grade representative is Miss Megan Henry. She is being escorted this evening by Mr. Lane Preston.
Have you ever seen those halftime scholarships where you have to nail a 40-yard field goal? Yeah, this isn't that. I just had to open a Bank Independent account and follow a few simple steps. That's it. A 20% scholarship to UNA. Bank Independent. We're invested in your future.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
We're back getting ready for the second half kickoff. Bryce, I know you talked about in our opening that you thought the game would be won in the trenches. I think both guys in the trenches have done a fantastic job in the first half, really controlling both sides. Falkville's defensive line and Colbert Heights defensive line have really controlled. They're getting penetration. Colbert Heights has got several sacks. Falkville has limited the big runs. So, you kind of called it. We'll see who can keep that up here in the second half and come out with a W.
Yeah, really the big difference so far has been field position.
Yeah.
Falkville took a early advantage on field position. They didn't come away with any points on that first drive, but they got the ball down to about the 5 or so yard line, forced Colbert Heights into a long field, and then Colbert Heights just hadn't been able to recover since
Well, they
then.
tried to go for it a couple of times. The first time they tried to go for it.
Had a chance to flip it about the 45, decided to go for it instead. Colbert Heights had a couple bad snaps on fourth downs. That's really come back to bite them so far.
Second half getting ready to kick off. We're going to flip-flop it here. Bryce is going to take over some play-by-play duties, and he'll carry you through the second half.
Judson Tew to kick off for Falkville.
I believe we're going to have offsides on Falkville on the kickoff, too. He was offsides. I don't see a flag.
Pooch kicked it to the right side. Colbert Heights able to take it all the way up to about midfields. That'll be Owen Hood on the return.
I think Owen Hood, Bryce, is one they've got to get the ball in his hands. Came in as their leading rusher. Hasn't done a whole lot here in the first half. I think they got to try and get him a little more involved.
Yeah, especially with Gavin Caldwell going down with an injury in the first half. He's come back and he's lined up in the backfield, but he's just not walking the same. Still a little banged up, it seems. Colbert Heights lining up one receiver, far side. Give it straight to Caldwell. About 3 or so yards. Brought down by the Falkville defensive line.
He was met by Derek Woodruff, number 20, right there in the hole, and Woodruff went for a 3-yard ride.
That's been the difference so far today for Colbert Heights and Falkville's big plays on first down. That's a 2nd down and 6 here for Colbert Heights is about better than they've had most of the game. They'll go right side. Owen Hood just hitting the backfield, not able to get anything going.
Great pursuit by Falkville. That's Mesa again from that middle linebacker spot.
Yeah, Mesa's been fantastic tonight so far for Falkville.
Yeah, he's a sideline to sideline guy.
As we talked about earlier, it's tough when you're a triple option team that's built on getting 3-4 yards of play to be backed up like this, 3rd and 8. Handoff right side. They'll go back to the left, and just nothing going.
I'll let you tell them who made
again. It's Mesa again.
But watching that replay, nobody blocked him.
Yeah, no. They tried to go a little misdirection there, handed off to Hood, handed it back off, coming the other direction, and Mesa just went unblocked there at the middle of the field.
Addison Myrick to punt. He had a few good punts earlier in the game, and that one looks like it came off his foot a little bit wrong to the left side of the field, and Falkville will take over at about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, that one missed it a little bit off the side of his foot. So, again, we talk about field position. They had a chance in the first half to make Falkville work for it. Had a chance there to really flip the field and put Falkville back, inside their 20. And just off the side of the foot, Falkville in pretty good shape here to start their drive at the 32.
Yep. Samuel Jacobs in the backfield for Falkville. Trips left side. Motion. Little swing pass to the running back. It's not caught. They're going to rule it a forward pass, incomplete pass.
Well, that's pretty close to being a backwards pass.
Tried to get
I
a
think
swing
it may have
pass going
been.
there.
I think it looked to me like it was maybe a yard. Looks like he threw it from the 27 and hit Bennett's hands at the 26. So.
And I think that's what Brett Vick's arguing down here on the Colbert Heights sideline. I think he thought the whistle was blown a little prematurely right there.
Let's see how Falkville can get Larimore involved.
Pass middle of the field. That's caught. Have a third down and short coming up here.
That's Fowler.
Logan Fowler on the reception.
That slant's been there. They worked it several times on the first drive and really haven't gone back to it since that first drive. Harris was able to pull in a couple of the little short slants.
Yeah, it really feels like since the first quarter, Falkville hasn't been able to get anything going in the passing game. The Colbert Heights defense has done a great job at getting pressure in. Falkville's got motion, moving left side, take a direct quarterback snap, and he'll march that one on down for a first down.
Yeah, great play by Jacobs.
That's the second time Falkville's gone to a quarterback draw on 3rd and 4th and short so far today.
Great job of keeping his legs moving, too. Picked up an additional 3 yards just by moving the pile.
Falkville's got 2 tight ends, 1 receiver on either side. A handoff.
It's Bennett.
And Bennett will gain about 6 on first down.
Really impressed with Brody Bennett tonight. He's done a great job in the running game.
He's broken off a couple big plays. I think he's got Falkville's 2 longest plays of the day so far.
Not a big kid either. Listed at 5'10", 150. He is a senior, but running the ball really hard.
Takes the snap, a little screen pass, snaps it to
Right,
the left
move.
side. That'll be
Fowler.
Logan Fowler
Yeah.
again. His second reception of the drive. That one will get Falkville first down near the Colbert Heights 39-yard line.
Great job out front by Eli Harris. 2 guys out there. Harris has got to get one, and then Fowler's got to make the other guy miss. Looks like we have a
whistle.
I think we have a chain gang issue on the far sideline. It looks like we may have come unclipped.
Something I think you've seen so far this half from Falkville that you didn't see in the first half is they're trying to get rid of the ball really quick in the passing game. 2 quick screen passes and a slant over the middle. Colbert Heights did a great job in the second quarter there, getting some pressure in the Falkville backfield and limiting their ability to pass. I think Falkville's done a great job of
Jacobs, he just hasn't had time. He's dropped back, and before he can even get his eyes up and start to make his reads, he's having to dodge people. So what you're talking about is getting the ball out of his hands quick, slants, wide receiver screens, just getting it out of his hands so that he's not facing that pressure from Colbert Heights, because they've done a great job. They've been able to get pressure with a 4-man rush. They've been able to get pressure when they've brought extra guys. Cunningham and Hand both from those linebacker spots.
2 receivers far side Falkville. Snap. Bennett gets the carry left side, breaks a tackle, makes a second man miss, and he is still on his feet. Bennett brought down about around the 15-yard line. That'll be another big gain for Brody Bennett.
Yeah, he just got lost in there. Had a couple of guys right at the 30 had a chance, and he came out of there and picked up another 15 yards.
First down and 10 from the 16-yard line, it looks like, for Falkville. Same formation, motion, going to the right side. Handoff, Bennett again back up the middle. And like you said, he's not the biggest guy, but that's the second or third time today he's gotten in a crowd and then just kind of gotten lost.
Yeah, his helmet came off on that play, so he'll have to He'll have to come out for a play.
Looks like Judson Tew coming in to replace him.
You know, and Tew's had a couple of good runs when he's been in. This Falkville running game's been pretty good tonight.
Yeah, Falkville hasn't been hesitant to, go to the bench and get some fresh legs in there, and it's worked out well for him so far.
Wow, great play.
Backfield right there for Colbert Heights. That's going to be Jaden Sawley on the.
He almost took the handoff.
On the tackle, he did.
It's like from his right defensive end spot, just got penetration.
I have a 3rd and long here for Falkville. Let's see what they dial up.
Tew's going to stay in the backfield. Let's see if they go back and try that slant.
Jacobs takes the snap. Throws it towards the end zone, and it is picked off. That's going to be the quarterback, Mason Bryant for Colbert Heights. That's his team-leading 5th interception of the season. It'll be a touchback, and Colbert Heights will take over here at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, a little corner route by the inside receiver. That's Fowler, and just didn't get enough air under it. Underthrew the ball. And they're going to give him a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 20. Colbert Heights will start there.
Mason Bryant looking to build a little momentum for himself and the Wildcat offense. See if they can draw up a play on 1st down. Bryant rolls out left side, lobs it over the top. It's going to be incomplete, intended for John Ryan Berry out of the backfield. He came out of motion there from the tight end slot on the right side.
Yeah, that's a couple of times now that Bryant's had a guy just kind of overthrown him a little bit. Had plenty of time. Good job by his offensive line.
He's gotten a bit of a rush. Bryant under center. Motion. Ryan Berry back to the right side. He'll be brought down about the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, great pursuit by Falkville. That's Landon Jones, number 8, coming up from his safety spot and making a tackle. And here we are again. We're 3rd and long for Colbert Heights.
Caden Kirby checks in for the Wildcats.
See if Falkville brings pressure.
Bryant rolls out right side. Get rid of it. Be incomplete. Looks like intended for Caden Kirby.
A little miscommunication there. Looks like he threw it out, and the receiver was coming in.
Nearly intercepted there by Ryan Childers.
Yeah, you got to give this Falkville defense a ton of credit. When you're looking at Colbert Heights scores coming into this game, if you would have told that staff they would have no points midway through the 3rd quarter, I think they'll take that.
Yeah. Myrick on the punt. That'll be fielded. I believe that's
Harris.
Picked up by Harris, but I think
they blew the whistle.
The second man deep may have called a fair catch right there.
Harris was upset. He had some room over here on this right sideline.
And once one player on the receiving team signals for a fair catch, it's a fair catch regardless of who fields it. So Falkville will take over here on their own 44-yard line, it looks like.
Good field position again. I think that's where Falkville's been so good, is the field position battle. Just not giving Colbert Heights anything short to work with.
Falkville too wide, near side.
Fumbled
the snap, and it looks like
Colbert Heights is going to have
fell on it.
That's number 1, Baskins.
Wow.
I jinxed him. Sorry about that. Never got the snap.
This will be Colbert Heights' best field position of the day so far.
Yeah, Clemens never got the snap. Never had control of it. Tried to hand it off. Didn't have it. Great job by Baskins being in the right place at the right time.
That could be the momentum swing Colbert Heights needed. We went from, I don't believe Colbert Heights forced a turnover in the first half. They've already forced 2 on 2 drives here. Yeah, handoff up the middle. Gain of about 1.
Really good to see Caldwell back in there.
Yeah. Looks like that leg is still hampering him a little
bit.
Yeah,
you can tell he's not 100%, but
he's going out there and he's battling. And
senior on homecoming, he would probably have to be missing that leg to not be out there right now.
Bryant takes the snap, rolls out left side, off his back foot, throws it. That's caught. It's complete to Owen Hood. And that'll be a first down for Colbert Heights, and just like that, they're moving the chains.
Yeah, they'll sprint out to the left. Never got his feet set, but made a great throw. Hood comes down with it.
Great job by Hood.
Yeah.
Maintaining possession on that catch. Hit on his backside pretty quickly after he caught it, but was able to maintain possession. And
yeah, they need Hood. He's lined up in the backfield now with Caldwell.
Be a handoff left side. And there he goes. Gavin Caldwell brought down about the 11-yard line. Wow. That's a big play for Colbert Heights.
Man, that kid's giving everything he's got tonight. You can tell that tackle around the legs hurt.
Man,
he's
a
feeling
warrior.
it again. Yeah.
He's walking back to the huddle, and like you said, it's going to take a lot for him to leave this contest today. Motion left side for Colbert Heights. Bryant takes the snap, pitches it left. It's going to be Eugene Gonzalez.
And he's going to take it in. And we've got a flag.
There's a flag on the play. It looks like it came after the play.
Yeah, it was well after by the back judge. Great play, but great run by Gonzalez. That's his first time to touch the ball tonight, and they give it to him at the 11. And
little pitch left side. Broke through the first line of defense, and you blinked, and he was in the end zone.
This is going to be some kind of post play. I know it's sportsmanlike conduct or a personal foul. They're writing in their books, so they're taking notes. Touchdown's good.
Touchdown is good. And sportsmanlike conduct on the offense. Now,
that'll put them back on the kickoff, I think. Well, they may take it right here.
Falkville chooses to enforce it on.
As confetti has made its way into our press box. Here you go, Sam. Here's you a piece of confetti.
That could potentially be a big penalty here for Colbert Heights. The first time they've
broken through the end zone today, and just to even up the score here, now you've got to make a 17-yard gain.
Yeah, that's not what Coach Vick wanted right there. Crazier things have happened, though. The PAT from the 17-yard line.
O'Brien still lines up under center. Motion left side. Bryant rolls out left. Waiting on something to develop, and nothing's there. He has to get rid of it.
Yeah, great pressure by Woodruff. Kept contained. He's lined up on the right side. Kept his outside shoulder free the whole time.
It's nothing
Forced
going.
him to throw it away.
2 receivers going deep there for Colbert Heights, but neither of them.
8-6 Falkville. Now 4:04. Let's take a short 15-second break. We'll be right back. You're watching high school football on the X Sports Network, presented by Bank Independent.
In 1947, a group of farmers in North Alabama started a bank because they believed a local bank investing in local people is the key to making a positive difference in the community. Locally owned and operated, Bank Independent is committed to investing in our local communities.
So Colbert Heights on the board.
Colbert Heights looking to kick it away here after just cutting down the deficit to 2 points. First points of the game with 4:04 remaining in the third quarter. So a far cry from what they've had so far this season.
Addison Myrick lined up to kick for the Wildcats.
Harrison Fowler standing at the 20-yard line.
Colbert County will pooch that to about the 25-yard line, and that will be an illegal kick out of bounds.
All will have it at the 35-yard line.
That's the third time today we've seen a kickoff go out of bounds. I think we've only had 4 kickoffs, and 3 of them have gone out of bounds.
We at our broadcast last Friday night, we were at Brooks, and Brooks has got a weapon in their kicker with Charlie Bottoms. He was consistently putting it in the middle of the end zone. So big difference a kicker can make.
Yeah. One receiver lined up either side for Falkville. Got motion coming near side. Takes the snap, hand it off.
I believe that's Bennett.
Bennett goes for about 4 yards again. Like you said, that's been the difference today, is the ability to make a play on first down and give yourself short yardage situations on second and third down, and that's what Brody Bennett did just there.
It's like Fowler, Larimore, and Harris all split out wide right.
Three receivers near side for Falkville. Jacobs throws it right, intended for
Larimore. Yeah, Larimore out of the slot. Little out route.
Great release. Ball was just thrown a little bit.
Yeah, a little too far out in front of him. And Larimore had some room. Good throw. He's got the first down and maybe even more. Let's see if Colbert Heights can get off the field, get their defense off the field and get it back to their offense while they're hot.
It's been a great defensive start to the half for them. Jacobs takes the snap, throws it over the middle. That's going to be complete.
It's Harris.
For the first down and more. Have about a 15-yard gain here.
Little slant.
Colbert Heights 46.
That slant has worked almost every time they've called it.
Falkville's done a great job of having their receivers just kind of sit down once they find that soft spot in the zone. They're not trying to run the full route. They're finding where they need to be, and then great jobs by Samuel Jacobs
you
recognizing where it is.
Yeah, if you're that receiver, you got to decide, am I going behind the linebacker or am I going in front of the linebacker?
Yeah. Jacobs keeps on the read option. Be brought down by Cunningham 3 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Garrett Cunningham's played a good game as well. Really impressed. We talked about it at halftime about how well these two defenses have played, and both offenses came in with some firepower, and defensive have shut them down.
It's incredibly impressive once you consider that most of these guys on the defensive side of the ball for both teams are also playing on the offensive side of the ball.
There's our slant again.
That is complete over the middle of the field.
That's Harris.
And he is still on his feet. Brought down inside the 10-yard line. It's another big gain for Falkville. Samuel Jacobs connecting with Eli Harris once again.
He's just finding that soft spot and that's slant.
Looks like we'll have a timeout by Colbert Heights right here. Falkville 8, Colbert Heights 6, and we'll take a quick break in the action.
Well, I think Fame and Muscle Shoals music is here because we're fiercely independent. And in the early days, it was hard because it was hard for banks to get their head around, we're going to give these hippies some money to go make music. We've been doing business with Bank Independent since the 70s, and to know that they've got our back, it means a lot, and it just kind of takes the stress off of doing business day to day. And they've always been there, and it's always just been a phone call away.
we knew that we needed a commercial space, we knew we wanted to keep all of our business with Bank Independent. Everything else had been so wonderful that we felt like there was no.
Welcome back to high school football on the X Sports Network, brought to you by Bank Independent. Falkville leads 8-6 with 2:07 remaining in the third quarter. Colbert Heights looking to stop the
wow, what a move.
Blue Devils, and
Bennett put his left foot in the ground, got north and south, and was really untouched.
Yeah, I believe that was Reed Dillard on the handoff there for Falkville.
He just puts that left foot in the ground right there at the 10-yard line and goes.
Make a guy miss and go.
Yeah, and goes north and south.
After only seeing 8 points in the first half, we've already seen 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter.
Yeah, big 2-point conversion right here for Falkville.
The ability to make it a 2-score game.
Got a flag. Going to have an illegal substitution on Falkville. Must have broke the huddle or had too many guys in the formation.
Yep, they had 12 on the field and still have 12 on the field right now. And there goes. Now they're bringing a sub on.
Now they're down to 11.
It's a good plan if you can get away with it.
It's quite the advantage. Dillard still in at quarterback for Falkville. Looks like he'll initiate the offense on the 2-point conversion.
Play clock was running down. He wanted at least one of the receivers to flip sides and go to the left side. So I think Falkville's going to call a timeout. Let's take one with them. You're watching the X Sports Network High School Football presented by Bank Independent.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
In business, just like in football, you need the right playbook. Bank Independent's Treasury Solutions gives you the tools to control cash flow, streamline payments, and keep your business in the game. Learn more at bibank.com.
Falkville lining up for the 2-point conversion after the touchdown, make it 14-6. Looking to make it a 10-point game here if Falkville does that. Be able to make it a 2-possession game. Dillard takes the snap, throws it left side, caught in the end zone, and
it's Harris.
10-point advantage for Falkville. Dillard, the lefty quarterback, able to just
great throw.
roll right out and found Harris right in the front corner of the end zone. Great route by Harris there. Able to break it off about 2 yards deep in the end zone, come back, and nobody's around him as he's at the front pylon.
So Falkville with a 10-point lead now. Still plenty of time, 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. I think this is an important drive for Colbert Heights, though. I think they've got to answer. They've got to put some points on the board. Really don't want to give the ball back to Falkville. They took it down the field pretty easy on that drive.
Yeah.
With the running game and the passing game.
You know, and that you want to bring it back to the touchdown and the unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown puts you out of range to get the 2-point conversion, and just like that, it's a 2-possession game here for Colbert Heights instead of you only being down a touchdown. Two to kick off for the Blue Devils. Quarterback Mason Bryant back deep for Colbert Heights.
See if we can kick one inbounds.
And goes right up the middle.
Wow,
line drive. Caught by Mason Bryant. He's got
room.
opening in the
He's
middle
got
of the
room.
field. That's a big return for Colbert Heights there. Put them near midfield. We talked about it all game. The field position's been a big difference maker in this game so far, and Colbert Heights with a pretty short field right here.
Yeah, if it wasn't for C.J. Jackson, they may be chasing him to the end zone.
Squib kick's great if you can get it down, but if you get it to the back too
give him
deep,
plenty of time to get moving.
He's got a lot of room to work back there. 3 in the backfield for Colbert Heights. Hand it off. That'll be Caldwell up the middle.
Good gain on first down.
5 yards for the Wildcats.
Brody Bennett on the stop for Falkville. That's he did a good job. That's a young man hitting him who's got a lot of weight on him.
Motion left for Colbert Heights. O'Brien rolls out left. A little pressure. They'll be caught.
It's Hood.
Owen Hood down towards the near sideline, but there is a flag on the play. Colbert Heights sideline clamoring for a late hit after the whistle there, but doesn't look like there's one going.
I think we're going to have a holding penalty on Colbert Heights.
Yep, that backs him up.
I think it was more of a tackle.
15. And just as we were talking about last drive, Colbert Heights did a great job at moving the ball down the field and, getting good first down yardage, setting themselves up well. They're backed up here, 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, just not where they want to be.
Bryant takes the snap, hands that one off to Caldwell. Caldwell gets about to the original first down marker.
Got a lot of that penalty yardage back. You can tell he's not 100% though.
Yeah.
Just
not the same player.
Yeah, that knee's bothering him, but man, give him credit for he's limping as he walks up to get in formation now.
Bryant takes a snap, rolls out right. Nobody near him, and Bryant will scramble, and he's got the first down.
Wow, great job by Bryant.
Recognizing you have nobody downfield and making a play yourself by Mason Bryant.
Yeah, Landon Jones had a chance to maybe stop him for 2 or 3 yards short of the first down. Couldn't do it. Bryant took it down to about the 40, just inside the 40. So
big
conversion after the penalty and backing yourself up.
Colbert Heights hurrying to the line of scrimmage here, trying to get one more snap before the quarter. Looks like they'll gain about a yard. Colbert Heights will have 2nd and 9 at the start of the 4th quarter. Falkville leads 16-6 through 3.
Storing Lee Furniture is not just some huge chain store, but we do have a 144,000 square foot showroom right here in Leoma, Tennessee. The Story family has worked together in the business now for 55 years. And a familiar face is here to help you with whatever you need. That's what being a part of the community right here in the Tennessee Valley means. And if you have an issue, we're right here to take care of it. And don't forget free delivery. We invite you to come see us. We're Storing Lee Furniture.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Back with Alabama High School football on the X Sports Network, brought to you by Bank Independent. Colbert Heights driving down the field. 2nd and 9 from the 38-yard line. Bryant drops back, and he is brought down in the backfield.
It's Woodruff.
By Derek Woodruff.
Yeah, he's played a great game. Very impressed with him at that defensive end, and one of the main things you want to do is make sure you don't lose containment as that outside guy, and he's done a great job of that.
Especially just 2 plays removed after Bryant was able to scramble for a big first down on 3rd and long.
Another
That's
big
right
third
back
down
where
here.
we're at.
Yeah, another big
3rd
third
and
down.
13 for Colbert Heights. Bryant takes a snap, rolls left, throws it back to the right. It's complete.
That's Hood.
Owen Hood takes that one, and he is got enough for a first down.
Great play. They fake the handoff to Hood coming around this way, pull it, and then come back and throw it to him out here in the flat.
Able to pull 3 defenders with Bryant, able to pull 3 defenders with him, and that leaves Hood wide open in the flat.
2 big third down conversions this drive now for Colbert Heights.
There's a handoff to Hood. He's not able to get anything on the first down, and in fact, might have lost a yard on that.
Falkville's done a great job containing Hood in the run game. He's made some great receptions and plays in the passing game, but they've done a really good job in the run game. They've really done a good job in the run game with everybody. Caldwell has had some good runs, but really good job by this run defense for Falkville.
Yeah. They've limited Owen Hood, who is Colbert Heights' leading rusher coming into today. We've got a flag on the play before the snap. Be a false start on the offense. That'll back Colbert Heights up again.
Just shooting themselves in the foot. And it looks like they had something on that little inside dive as well.
Yep. 2nd long becomes 2nd and longer.
Brock Bradford is in the game for Caldwell at that fullback position. See if they can get Baskins involved. He's the one in motion.
Pitch left side, Hood. Great block sealed on the outside, and Hood will about 11, 12 yards back, and they'll be 3rd and short here for Colbert Heights.
Yeah, great job by Caden Kirby that's lined up out there on the receiver. Just stop blocking, keeping that man in front of him, not letting him come up, giving Hood plenty of space to make some guys miss.
Just like that, Colbert Heights got 3rd and about 4 yards.
2 down territory, so
9
you don't get it
minutes
here. I think you can.
Change left on the clock in the 4th quarter. They get a handoff right side.
That's Bradford.
Nothing going.
Great play by Falkville.
Your Colbert Heights, you got to cut up field at some point and take what they're giving you. You know, you're not going to hit the home run play like you said. It's 2 down territory.
Yeah, you just don't want to lose yards.
Turn up field and try and get what you can and make it a little bit easier for yourself on 4th down. But
yeah, you just don't want to lose yards. And
instead, you've got 4th down and about 6, 7 right here. A chance to
big play,
cut into the lead. Bryant rolls out left side. He'll take it himself. Puts his shoulder down.
Don't think he got it.
Right near the first down marker. We'll see what they give him.
Landon Jones standing right at the, I believe that's Landon Jones, standing right at the yard marker saying, I'm going to meet you right here and take you back.
It looks like he's about a half yard short of the first down marker.
He is.
Bring the They'll call it Falkville football. Wow.
Yeah, great play by Jones. He knew where quarterback had to get to. Came up, made a great tackle.
Yeah, we talked about it on the 3rd down carry. You just don't want to lose yardage. You lose about 2 yards and then
come up half a yard short
on the first down.
And again, that's normally Caldwell.
Yeah,
that would have gotten that carry, and just not 100%.
Yeah. Falkville will take over inside their own 20-yard line. A handoff up the middle. About 3 yards.
That's Bennett on that little inside dive play out of the shotgun.
No, Falkville really beating Colbert Heights at their own game.
They are.
Just kind of getting 3 or 4 yards every carry and keeping the Colbert Heights defense on the field. That's typically what the triple option would aim to do, but like you said, Colbert Heights just not able to get it moving on the ground on offense today.
Colbert Heights has got to get a stop here. They are down 2 scores. They got to get the defense off the field.
Falkville hands it off right side. That'll be about a gain of 2 yards. Set up 3rd and about 4 yards.
Yep, 3rd and 4
for the Blue Devils.
Big play for this Colbert Heights defense. They've got to get off the field right here. They've got to get the ball back to their offense. They can get good field position if they can get a stop here.
And one of the problems when you run the triple option is, you get in a situation like this where you're down 2 scores with about 7 and some change on the clock, and you've got to start passing the ball, which you're not too comfortable doing. Falkville completes one right there. I believe
that's Harris.
Reed
I believe
Dillard in.
Yeah.
At quarterback for Falkville.
That's probably the 5th or 6th catch that Harris has had on the slant route. They have found something and just continued to go to it.
Yep, Dillard, the lefty, connects with Harris there, and it feels like Harris has just had a knack for exactly where the first down markers have been all day. They'll keep the sophomore in at quarterback. Dillard hands it off. It'll be Bennett. Bennett breaks free. He's got nothing but green grass in front of him at the 10-yard line, and he will be in the end zone. Once again, Brody Bennett.
It's been very impressive tonight.
We talked about it earlier today that the Colbert Heights rushing attack was one to watch for, and Brody Bennett has been the star.
He has.
For Falkville.
He did not get touched. He made one guy miss, made Cunningham miss in the hole, and there was nobody there. 22-6 now.
Falkville with a chance to make this an 18-point lead with just 6 minutes and 42 seconds remaining.
But, if you can hold them here, it's still a 2-possession game. You got to hold them on this PAT.
No, nothing changes there. You actually have to wonder if Falkville would have been a little bit happier just taking a first down and then.
It's Harris out of the Wildcat. He's trying, but there's nowhere to go.
Extended the play as long as he could, but just wasn't able to make anything happen.
He wanted to throw it. He had a couple of guys in a pattern in the back corner of the end zone. But great job by Colbert Heights. You give up the long run, but you stiffen up there on the PAT, and you got just over 6.5 minutes now. You're down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and like you said, it's yes, there's more points on the board on that Falkville side, but at the end of the day, you had to score 2 touchdowns regardless.
You had to score 2 anyway. Now this is just kind of force you. You've got to get those PATs after you score, but Colbert Heights still in it.
Actually, you see a lot of teams now, if they're in a similar situation, they may just let the other team score, get us the ball back, and we can make something happen. So, maybe could be a blessing in disguise here for Colbert Heights as they're able to get the ball back with 6 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock rather than Falkville burning another 2 or 3 minutes on that offensive drive.
And I think it's 4-down territory for Colbert Heights now. No matter where they are, they got 4 downs to get the first down. So,
and 2 will line up to kick this one off.
See if Bryant can get them set up again with good field position with the return here.
I think Colbert Heights has fielded the only 2 kick returns today, and they've taken both of them to about midfield.
Yeah,
so
good
this could be a
Looks
good
like,
chance for them.
Hughes maybe lining up to pooch it over to the right side. Yeah. I don't think they want to kick a line drive to Brian again. Good kick.
Boots that. That'll be Hood on the return. Makes one man miss. About the 30. He's still on his feet. He's got one man to beat.
Cuts it inside.
Brought down from behind by a gang of tacklers at about the 28-yard line. And
It's exactly what they needed.
It's exactly what they need.
And I think if I'm Falkville, I just kick it out of bounds.
Yeah. I think Colbert Heights is, they haven't won the field position battle today, but that's 3 kick returns for them, and I think they've started those kick returns on the average about a 42-yard line. Able to take that one near the red zone is
inside the 30.
huge. And, like we said, might have to lean on the pass game a little bit more, but being this far down the field may allow you to play your own game here on this drive.
First thing is you got to get some positive yards on first down. You got to get the drive started.
Looks like Caldwell's back in at the fullback position. Bryant dials up a little fade route there. That'll be incomplete. Broken up. Actually caught by C.J. Jackson there for Falkville.
He was out of bounds.
He was out of bounds.
Yeah. Great coverage.
C.J. Jackson had 2 interceptions last week in Falkville's game against
that was close.
Southeastern. Almost came away with another one there. Would have nearly sealed the game for the Blue Devils. Instead, Colbert Heights gets another crack at it. 2nd down and 10. The 29-yard line. And another fumbled snap. Man.
They just continue to shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah. Whether it's been penalties or turnovers. And in fact, I don't think they've turned one over yet.
I don't think
today.
they've recovered each one of them.
But that's three bad snaps for Colbert Heights there.
Yeah.
And
I don't think he ever got that one. One of the ones earlier hit him in the hands, and it looked like he had pulled out a little too soon to try and get the play started, but I don't think he ever got that one.
Instead, it'll be 3rd and 11. Bryant looks to make another miracle happen on a 3rd and long. He'll roll out right this time. Takes it back left. There's no defenders. Instead, you've got 4th and about 3.
Yeah, great. He had some room. Number 9, Briley Tomlin, came up to make the tackle. It's going to bring up a 4th and 4, 4th and 5.
Great job there by Tomlin to keep that edge. That's a situation where if Bryant's able to make a man miss, you've got another first down, but he's able to plant his feet and force a 4th down attempt here.
Incomplete pass on first down, fumble snap on 2nd down. Positive yards on 3rd down puts you in this situation where you got to convert here on 4th down.
Bryant, handoff up the middle. That'll be
it's Caldwell.
Caldwell again.
I think he's going to have it.
He's got enough for a first down. Clock's ticking. We've got about 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Did a great job. He had a guy with his hands on him. That's number 63. That's Houston Jackson for Falkville. Had his hands on him, but Caldwell just kept driving the legs. Knew where he had to get for the first down.
Colbert Heights in the red zone for just the 2nd time today. Bryant rolls right. Nobody open, looking to make something happen with his legs, and he just tosses it out of bounds.
I think we're going to have a personal foul at the end of the play.
Yeah, it looks like there's an
injured Colbert Heights Wildcat player down. Not sure what.
His helmet was off. I wonder if there was a little extracurricular activity there in the middle of the field. Personal foul on the defense.
That's what you not want to do if you're Falkville. You can't give them free yards down here.
It looked like Colbert Heights engaged in a little bit of a handsy activity, and Falkville retaliated, and they're always going to get the second guy.
Second guy's going to get caught every time.
And that's,
I believe that's 52 for Colbert Heights. That's Christian Gonzalez.
Made a couple of great plays on defense today. He was the lead blocker on their only touchdown of the game.
So instead, it looks like it's going to be half the distance to the goal. Believe that's an automatic first down.
They're marking it just inside the 10, but we're showing 2nd and 2 maybe over on our chains. High school's so much different on what is an automatic first down and what's not as compared to the college game. So
line up.
It's hard to keep some of those straight.
A little miscommunication on who's going in motion there. Bryant hands it off the middle.
Caldwell.
And he's going to get in the end zone. And there is a flag, 2 flags. Looks like one thrown by the back judge and one thrown by the umpire.
We're starting to get a little chippy.
Both looked like they came out of the official's pocket after the play. But you know, this could be a similar situation if it's on Colbert Heights to after your first touchdown where you score and then unable to have good position on a 2-point conversion. Officials still discussing.
They're going to ask the Falkville coaches, so at least one of them we think is going to be on Colbert Heights.
And Colbert Heights is down 16.
Yeah.
So you have to have the 2-point conversion here in order for it to still be a 1-possession game. So if it does back you up on a 2-point conversion, could be in a similar spot to after your first touchdown.
We're talking about it. Let's see what the call is. The one flag is back here at about the 17 or 18-yard line. Now we're also coming to talk to the Colbert Heights coaching staff.
One was thrown by the head official. Personal foul on the defense. Personal foul on the offense.
So were those offset?
If the personal foul on the defense is during the play, okay.
So 2 on offense and 1 on defense. So I think he signaled that the touchdown was good, but we're in the same spot.
Same spot.
You've got a personal foul on scoring a touchdown, and now you're backed all the way up to the 17-yard line.
Second time today, Colbert Heights has scored a touchdown and had to go for it from the 17, 18-yard line.
Right.
And that's just not what you want to see if you're Coach Brett Vick.
Yeah, and you can see they're explaining it to him where he's grabbed you can see it there. He's explaining that he's grabbed his face mask and I don't know if you
it could have been a situation where the penalty down there is during the play. That offsets, remains a touchdown, and then the second personal foul on Colbert Heights is after the play. And that one gets to be enforced on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, good call by our producer Sam here with catching the 2 on Colbert Heights.
Bryant leans back, throws, and nobody is there. Just like that, it's still a 2-possession game.
Yeah. Just you got to control your emotions.
Yeah. It's been chippy.
It has this late.
The second half.
Second half has been chippy. A little bit of talking and a little bit of pushing and shoving after the play. But if you Colbert Heights, when you're down and you're getting a score, that's twice now we've had 15-yard penalties on touchdowns that have caused our extra points to be even longer.
And leaving 4 points on the board doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're looking at it now, it could be 22-16, and a touchdown and a 2-point conversion could win you the game. Instead, you're sitting here down 10 points, and
with
it feels
4.5.
You've got a mountain to climb if you want to come back and win this ball
And
game.
I think by missing that now, I think you have to go with the onside kick here.
Yeah.
If you convert and make it a one-score game, I think you can kick it off to Falkville and try and play defense. But I think missing – we've marked 15 off on the kickoff for Colbert Heights.
Myrick will look to get Colbert Heights the ball back. Falkville's got 7 on the near side. Kicked it.
He's got a chance.
And
I think Colbert Heights may have got it.
Could have landed on that.
And we've got another flag.
Now there's another flag. Looks like Falkville comes away with the
Falkville does
football.
come out with it. Colbert Heights had a chance.
Clay Fitzgerald for the Blue Devils comes away with the football, but there is a flag down on the field.
Well, that was something that was happening on the bottom of that pile.
Be a personal foul against Falkville, but if it's after the play, Falkville's still going to have the football.
And they will. They'll have it there at the 36, so that 15-yard penalty should take them back to their own 49. And Falkville's going to call a timeout right here, Bryce. So why don't we take it with them? Yeah. The Exports Network.
22, Colbert Heights 12. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
There are now more ways to save at QuickMart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at QuickMart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
For over 75 years, we've served this place we all call home. Bank Independent. We're invested in you.
We're just talking. We're a little confused up here. Things are getting chippy, so
Falkville will start possession on their own 49-yard line. Take a snap. On the right side and no gain. If you're Falkville here.
That's number 6 for Falkville. That's 2 is in.
Just want to move the ball a little bit.
We just want to protect it.
Try and get a first down, 2 first downs. Don't try and break off anything huge, you know.
You just don't want to give Colbert Heights the ball right there. Bennett will check back in. I think if you're Colbert Heights, you got to get a stop here and maybe go after the punt.
Pre-snap penalty right here. False start on Falkville. Now back them up.
I think
2nd and 15.
A lot of times you've seen Falkville, they've gone fast a lot, and when you try and slow them down, when you try and slow yourself down because you want to work that clock, your offensive linemen are just so used to moving fast that they may jump a little early.
Reed Dillard is in at quarterback, the sophomore backup, so,
Yeah, I think they're probably protecting Jacobs a little bit, just making sure that they get out of this week with him healthy.
Can be tough sometimes when you got 2 guys taking snaps for that rhythm to stay the same, as Dillard will take the direct snap here and get about 3 yards back. And there will be another flag after the play.
Yeah, this one's going to go on Falkville. Got an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman.
Personal foul.
A little extracurricular activity there by.
That's Keegan Waddell for Falkville. A little push after the guy was trying to get up. I think both coaches are both right now trying to calm their teams down and say that. You can see Coach Ward on the Falkville sideline saying, That's enough. Colbert Heights is going to call a timeout. We'll take them with it. You're watching the Exports Network. High school football presented by Bank Independent.
Well, I think Fame and Muscle Shoals music is here because we're fiercely independent. And in the early days, it was hard because it was hard for banks to get their head around, we're going to give these hippies some money to go make music. We've been doing business with Bank Independent since the 70s, and to know that they've got our back, it means a lot, and it just kind of takes the stress off of doing business day to day. They've always been there, and it's always just been a phone call away.
Welcome back to Alabama High School football on the Exports Network. Falkville leads 22-12 with 3:04 remaining in the contest. Third down and a couple miles for the Blue Devils here after a pair of penalties backed them up.
Yeah, we were just sitting there talking about it. Coaches are trying to calm the kids down. It's gotten really, both teams with some personal fouls here late in this fourth quarter. And if you're Falkville, the further you go back, the better field position you're giving Colbert Heights.
Dillard takes the snap, and that'll be thrown midfield. Almost picked off.
It's Berry, I believe. Yeah, John Ryan Berry.
Got hands on it. Intended for Eli Harris, who comes away with a rare offensive pass breakup there. Prevent the turnover and the interception.
That's a pretty aggressive call by Falkville there. You could have given it Colbert Heights at the 50, and the incomplete pass stops the clock. So
really trusting their defense out here. Maybe it'll be Chew back to punt. Colbert Heights gets a little bit of pressure on the ball. We downed Falkville territory at about the 43-yard line. Again, a little extracurricular activity.
Yeah, it seems like every
at the end of the
play we've got a little bit of. I think when Colbert Heights came into the game, they really wanted to get to that 6-0 mark, and
yeah,
I think you're seeing a little bit of frustration maybe come out for them, and I think Falkville's got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder as well for having lost 2 in a row. So.
And it's tough if you're Colbert Heights, who began last season 4-0 in a similar situation, and that'll be intercepted by Falkville at their own 39-yard line. It's Eli Harris, and there's a flag on the play, but Eli Harris takes that one 61 yards to the house.
Flag was thrown by the official on this side. Looks like he's calling a block in the back at the 40-yard line, so that'll bring it back.
But it will still be Falkville possession.
Ball.
Eli Harris, who's come up with big catch after big catch on the offensive end of the ball today, comes up with a big catch on the defensive side and gets Falkville back the football. Will come back. It won't go for a touchdown anymore, but
yeah, it looks like Keegan Waddell got a little push in the back right there at the 40-yard line.
That may well ice the game for.
Yeah, Colbert Heights with only one timeout left. I think you'll see Falkville just put it on the ground here and force them to use that timeout.
Big come away as the big win for Falkville here if they're able to take the clock down on this one.
Yeah, it's a good win for Falkville. Take them to 3-2. They play at Decatur Heritage next week, and then they go to Susan Moore in Cleveland.
Yeah. It's the beginning of a tough 4-game road stretch.
But, they get back in region play after that Decatur Heritage game and finish with 3 region games with Susan Moore, Cleveland, and Cold Springs.
Yeah.
To try and get one of those spots in the playoffs for Class 2A Region 7.
It's a tough loss, too, for Colbert Heights.
Like we were saying, they started in a similar position last year, 4-0, and then, drop a tough rivalry game to Sheffield, who they ended up beating last week.
Yeah.
But last year that started a 6-game losing skid.
Well, I think Coach Vick knows what he's got ahead of him too. They got to go to Colbert County next week, Then they host Rogers, and then they get to go to that number 1 team in the state right now in Mars Hill before finishing at Lauderdale County, all of those being region games. So I think he kind of looked ahead and knew what was coming and really wanted to get his team prepared.
But it isn't the end of the world for Colbert Heights. You've got 4 more region games coming up after this one. This one doesn't put a blemish on your region record. Your ability to make the playoffs as the number. You're still tied for first place in the region.
That's the first thing on your list is to make the playoffs, and that's still there for them. They'll come out of here 5-1. Of course, they wanted to win, but it's all about getting ready for those next 4 games.
Yeah, you got 4 region games after this one. As Falkville gets a first down to reset the clock. Handoff left side. You see him
very patient
holding the ball
running
with both hands there. The last thing you want to do is turn the ball over. And Falkville's done a great job of that today. Aside from the first 2 possessions of the half, they've done a great job of taking care of the football.
A great run by Bennett, just being really patient. We don't have his numbers. We don't have the stats, but he may be getting close to 200 after he had that one long touchdown run. Great game by Bennett.
About 3 or 4 carries of 15 or more yards today, including the one that he broke off for about 60 and a touchdown.
.145.
Dillard takes the snap, handoff to Laurimore. Breaks a couple. There's a flag in the backfield. That one goes for about 14 yards, but we'll be coming back. That's going to be a holding on
Cashton Rowe, I believe.
Looks like John
Ryan Berry took a tumble there for Colbert Heights, and the back judge just
it's getting a little sloppy. I think Falkville just wants to get out of here.
Yeah.
Does remain first down with 1.5 minutes, so I have
Colbert
to imagine
Heights,
you'll go into victory formation.
Yeah, I'm really surprised they weren't in victory formation. They're just taking the force Colbert Heights to use their last time out if that's what they want to do, and just get on the bus and head back to Morgan County.
Especially after a game that's been as chippy as this one. Last thing you want to do is have a rough tackle at the end of a play and get somebody hurt, or getting a little brawl.
And there's some more extracurricular activity after the play between a Falkville receiver and a Colbert County DB.
Coming up on a minute. 1:05 left in this one. I believe we will be at Mars Hill and Rogers next week. I think that's where we are. I don't know if Sam remembers, but
be a big game for the Class 3A Region 7. Rogers at 2-1 and Mars Hill at a perfect 3-0 atop. Sharing first place with Colbert Heights right now.
Timeout by Falkville, but we'll keep it here. Earlier this year we had the opportunity to go do a little jamboree game between Deschler and Mars Hill, and both teams are really good, and Mars Hill looked good. Of course, they're not only the team to beat in that region, but probably the team to beat in 3A.
Yeah, number 1 team in Class 3A, receiving 17 of 18 first place votes. They're far and away the favorite with Piedmont and T.R. Miller and Geraldine.
Piedmont from down in your area.
Not far after.
And Jacksonville, so yeah, still a lot of season to play. We're only halfway through. Some teams have had a bye, some teams have not. Falkville has had a bye. Colbert Heights has not. They do not have a bye until that last week of the season, so they'll play 10 straight, and then their bye will be week 11, that holiday weekend, which if you can get into the playoffs, that's a good time to have a bye to get rest up and
ready for scout.
You go scout whoever your first opponent is.
48 seconds left on the game clock.
I think if you're Colbert Heights, you got to come out of this and saying, okay, if people are going to stack the box and put 9 in there, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
What else can we do to loosen up that 9 in the box?
And it really feels like in the third quarter, out of the halftime break, they kind of found something there, got 2 or 3 big gains in the air, and then were able to build off of that, and then the triple option opened back up. But I think they've got to kind of find a way to incorporate that into their entire game plan, where you're not, because the triple option is the hardest offense to run in football when you're on your back foot.
Yeah.
It's a tough offense to come back from behind while running. But they may have found something tonight, and even though you don't come away with a win, hopefully you've got plenty to build off of. They played a great second half, and aside from a couple
they did
penalties,
quit. The penalties hurt them.
Yeah. Falkville will take a knee.
They will take a knee there.
Run out the clock. And come away with
their first road win of the year.
Your final, Falkville 22, Colbert Heights 12. Very entertaining game. Both teams played really hard. I think if you're Falkville, you've got to be pleased with the way your defense played. And for Colbert Heights, you have to look at this and say, if we cut down on some of the penalties, we're right there in this game.
Yeah. We talked about it pregame that if Falkville's going to win this game, they got to do 2 things. They got to stop the ground game, and they got to keep points off the board. And I think they did that tonight. Colbert Heights entered the game averaging 47 points a game, and Falkville holding them to just 12 tonight. That's the least points they've scored in a game entering today was 38.
Yeah,
and
that's
Falkville's
impressive
able to
by
just
this
keep
Falkville defense.
2 touchdowns on the board. They did what they had to do, and I think Colbert Heights also learned a lot about their team tonight too.
And it was a hard-hitting game. There's going to be some guys that are going to be sore tomorrow.
Yeah, I think priority number 1 for Colbert Heights this week entering their game at Colbert County's got to be just getting Gavin Caldwell healthy.
Caldwell's got to be healthy. Great game, Bryce. I enjoyed it, man. Thanks for showing up at home last night. And, Bryce, of course, works at Jacksonville State University, and they'll head to Hattiesburg, Mississippi tomorrow to take on the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. So drive safe tomorrow. Thanks for coming home, and thanks for hopping on with your old dad and calling the game. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for having me.
For Bryce and for our standout producer, Sam Camp, who is fantastic and always here and has us set up and ready to go and puts this whole show together for you. Sam, we appreciate it. You do an awesome job. Thank you. This is Ashley Balch. You have been watching the X Sports Network presentation of high school football, sponsored by Bank Independent. We will see you again next week.
Bank Independent. We're invested in you.
Going the distance with local sports.